We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Hello there, Wargamers, and welcome to another Warhammer 40k 9th Edition Battle Report. Today, Luka from MiniWarGaming, will be playing against Vito, and it's going to be a great battle of Chaos Slaanesh versus Nurgle, but I'm playing Death Guard, whereas Vito's playing the traditional Slaanesh demons, as he does, using the new rules out of Engine War, I believe, with the greater demons and all that good stuff. We're going to be playing 1,850 points today, just because that's kind of what we had. A lot of people have been asking me to play Defilers with my Death Guard as Poxmongers, because obviously that's pretty good. Defilers getting significantly better with 9th edition, but to be fair, they're really bad in 8th edition, so we'll see how much better they actually got. I haven't done much research into it, but I have a general idea of how they would probably want to be played. Now, granted, if Death Guard had access to a Lord Discordant, this would be much better. We're going to be playing the Retrieval mission out of the little chapter approved book. Rambling aside, let's go take a look at the armies, the scenario, and roll some dice. So here it is, everyone. This is the Poxmongers. This is one of the plague companies available to the Death Guard in the new-ish Psychic Awakening War of the Spider book. Again, 1,850 points. I got a lot of familiar faces in this list and a lot of new faces as well. So this is one battalion detachment, and I'll be honest, guys, I've already spent 7 of my 12 command points. So I'm entering this game with 5. Now, I don't think this is the right call, but maybe it is. But the only way to really find out is to try it out yourself. You could theory craft as much as you want online, or like read what other people say, and those people are very smart and they know what they're talking about. But maybe that's not the right playstyle for you. I don't know if it's worth bringing Contaminated Monstrosity on these Defilers, but I decided to anyways, and because of their wound characteristic, it costs 2 command points per Defiler. Now, what Contaminated Monstrosity does is it gives them the Disgusting Resilient rule. So they're going to have a 5 up to ignore wounds and mortal wounds like the rest of my army will. Minus the Rhinos, though as a joke, I did consider putting it on the Rhinos as well. But I thought maybe entering the game with 2 command points was a little slim, so we're not going to do that. So leading this battalion detachment, we have 3 HQs. The Warlord is going to be the Demon Prince here. He is going to have the Revoltingly Resilient Warlord trait. He's going to have the Army Relic as well, the Separating Plate. I think it's going to serve him well in this game. I typically don't like to leave home without it, so I would even spend an extra command point on Relics of Decay. I believe the Death Guard stratagem is to give an extra relic to a character, but in this case I didn't for him. But he's going to know Miasma of Pestilence as a psychic power as well. It's my typical go-to. For the 2 supporting characters, we have this Chaos Lord over here with his Power Fist and Bolt Pistol. I did spend a command point on the Relics of Decay. We took the Poxmonger Relic. That is the Iron Clot Furnace. Demon Engines, I believe within 7 inches of him, are going to have a 4 +1 to their invulnerable save, so a 4 up invulnerable save on the Defilers. Pairing that with Contaminated Monstrosity, the Disgusting Resilience, we're going to see how much damage they can take. If this list could take a Lord Discordant, I think it'd be a little too strong. Hence is why they can't take it, but maybe they will in the future. Who knows? Who knows? And that's it for him. We have a Malignant Plaguecaster who is going to act as a supporting Psyker. He's going to have Blades of Putrefaction, as well as, this one's always a toss-up for me, but I usually go with Putrescent Vitality. I think I'm just going to stick with that, because I can make... Are the Demon at Strength 3?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. So Putrescent Vitality might be a bigger showing in this game, so I'm going to stick with my usual go-to on that one, and see if it helps me out a wee bit. Other than that, though, that is it for my HQ choices. We're going to go on to my troops now, where I have 3 near-identical squads of Plague Marines. We'll start with the one out front. This one's going to have the 2 Plasma Guns and a Power Fist on the Champion. We're going to have 2 Flails of Corruption in the back there, sorry for the shadow, and the 2 Bolt Guns. I'm going to be riding in a Rhino with a Combi Bolter, so I'm going to declare that now. What a surprise. I know it's a little jumping ahead, but they're going to be riding in the Rhinos, and the Terminators are going to be using their Deep Strike ability to go into reinforcements. Now, the second squad of Plague Marines, 2 Blight Launchers, Power Fist on the Champion, and 2 Flails of Corruption, so very similar, but instead it's just Blight Launchers instead of the Plasma Guns. And then the last squad in the back, because I want to play WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, is that acronym there. We have the Plague Champion with the Fist, 2 Blight Launchers, and I don't have any more Flails, but I got these great Plague Cleavers here, so I want to try them out. They don't seem the best, but they can do cool things. They certainly can do cool things, and of course they're going to be riding in a Rhino with a Combi Bolter. Now, for the rest of my list, I have this squad of Blightlord Terminators. I am going to be running, it's not going to be a good list, but it's going to be a very old school thematic list. All Death Guard Terminators in Land Raiders, Deep Striking, nothing. Everything's going to have Terminator army in my list, and I'm very excited to play that. I'm going to try and do that the next time I play Death Guard. It's just people have been asking for this list, and this was a good opportunity to play it, I think. Now, they're equipped with all Bale Swords, except for the Flail of Corruption, and all Multi-Meltas and a Blight Launcher. Sorry, not Multi-Meltas, Combi Meltas and a Blight Launcher. Going with the Meltas today just because I don't feel like killing my own Death Guard. Blight Lord Terminators, I don't have any character support to let them reroll ones, so it's a little too spoopy. And then we have the 3 Defilers. Now, the war gear on them is ever so slightly different. Now, to keep it simple, and it is pretty close to accurate, every Defiler is going to have a Power Scourge. So we got Power Scourge, and you're just going to have to imagine Power Scourge. They all have their Defiler Claws, and they're all going to have Reaper Autocannons. This guy has another Defiler Claw where the Reaper Autocannon is supposed to go, but that's going to be a Reaper Autocannon. And ignore that Havoc Launcher. We don't actually have that Havoc Launcher, and then that is it. Super easy for me and for you. And that is it for my Death Guard list at 1,850 points. You know what? If this performs well or doesn't perform well, any pointers down below will be appreciated. Though I will be transparent here. I don't like Defilers as a model because I like to be pretty meticulous with movement and be very careful that I'm not taking too much movement, or I want to make sure the model is supposed to be where it's supposed to be. So how are you supposed to tell what the footprint of a Defiler is? That's my only real gripe with them, because their legs can extend, they can articulate, and they can, like, do you just go with the ankle joints or like the joints, or do you go with like the extendy legs? Like, is this guy's footprint that big, or is it like that big? And it's wild, right? Anyways, let's go to the Daemons of Slaanesh before I get distracted.
And now we're going to take a look at 1,850 points of Daemons of Slaanesh. Mixing it up a little bit from my last game that was in the vault with Josh. And I'm actually taking 4 Keepers of Secrets. Now, technically, yeah. Technically, I can do this because there's going to be 3 of them that are not named, and then the one named one that is going to be Shalaxi Hellbane. So actually, now that we're on her, let's go with her. She's going to be my warlord for today, and because she has her inbuilt warlord trait, that is going to be the Quicksilver Duelist. And what that allows me to do is I get to reroll all my failed hits and to wound only against characters, because she loves hunting characters. She is essentially the goddess of the hunt for Slaanesh. So that's what she's going to have. As for my relic, that's going to be on a separate keeper, but we'll get to that eventually. So this is going to be a battalion, this all right over here, and then I do have a patrol detachment. And I've spent a ton of command points. I think I'm at 7 command points right now, because I did upgrade almost all of my keepers to Exalted Keepers of Secrets. And that's from Psychic Awakening Engine War, which has been a huge boon for Daemons of Slaanesh. I'm not too sure how they work for Tzeentch and for Nurgle.
I didn't have good luck, but I was kind of screwing around with it too. I didn't try too hard to make it work, but I could see Slaanesh already being good before, so I could see it only being better for them now.
Fair. So Shalaxi, thank you. She cannot be an Exalted Keeper because she is named. So for her psychic powers, I'm taking Delightful Agonies and Hysterical Frenzy. But we're going to move on to the Keeper of Secrets on to my right.
Stupid Vito has much better looking models than I do.
Thank you, Luka, I guess. I have upgraded her into an Exalted Keeper of Secrets. So she's going to have the ability to be a Realm Racer, which means she adds +2 to her movement, and she can also add 1 inch to her advance and her charge. I'm also giving her the relic, the Silver Strike, which means it replaces her current
sword thing?
Her sword. But so it has the exact same profile, but you get an extra 2 attacks with it.
Okay.
So she can have a bunch of attacks with her sword. And for her psychic powers, I will be taking the Symphony of Pain and the Pavane of Slaanesh. Going on to my next Keeper of Secrets, is the one on the left, the big old boy. His psychic powers are going to be the Cacophonic Choir and Phantasmagoria. Also upgrading him into an Exalted Keeper, he's going to have a 4-up invulnerable save. So he's going to be a little bit more meatier, hence why, he's been eating his shreddies.
I like that. Nice.
Yeah. Taking a look at the rest of the battalion, for troops I have 2 units of 30 Demonettes, still playing around with hordes, just trying to see how well they do in the 9th edition. They have all been upgraded to have a musician and an icon bearer. Icons are going to be really helpful, I think, to help me bring back Demonettes. And then we also have a unit of 10, same loadout with musician and icon. And then I've also included 3 individual units of fiends, so that's going to be my elite choices.
Oh, those are just like 1, 1, 1?
1, 1,
oh,
1.
Gotcha, cool.
Those are essentially going to be there for maybe objective holding, and I think that's
annoying.
what that unit's going to be there for as well.
All right, fair.
And last but not least, we're going to take a look at my patrol detachment. Leading the force is going to be another Keeper of Secrets. I have upgraded her into an Exalted Keeper of Secrets, and he is going to have the Blessing of the Dark Prince, which anytime Luka shoots at him with ranged weapons, she's going to have a -1 to wound.
All right, so that's when I got to beat up personally. Gotcha.
Yeah, right. You have to get into close combat with that one. And then I do have a Herald on foot. Actually, I should mention the Keeper of Secrets, the Psychic Powers. She's going to have Delightful Agonies and the Symphony of Pain. And then for my Herald, her Psychic powers are going to be Hysterical Frenzy. So I'm really kind of doubling down on a lot of Psychic powers, but it's good to have that just in case, I lose some of my Keepers, I can have some kind of backup.
And then we got some more Demonettes.
Yeah, just more Demonettes. They have been upgraded to have the icons and musicians, which are really, really important. Except for this unit does not have a musician.
Okay.
I just didn't have the points for it, but they all should have icons.
Bam, found an icon bearer for it.
Yeah, it's actually a banner, but we'll be using that as an icon. And I believe I'm starting off the game with 7 command points.
Yeah, because the patrol cost a couple, plus the 3 on the Keepers.
Yeah, and that's going to be 1,850 points of Daemons of Slaanesh.
So today, Vito and I will be playing the retrieval mission out of the Grand Tournament 2020 Chapter Proof book. In this one, no fancy special rules, but we do have deployment along the short table edges, and there are going to be 6 objectives. There are going to be 4 in no man's land, and we are deploying 24 inches apart. There will be 2 on the northern side of the table, 8 inches from the center line, 16 away from each other. The same will be true for the southern part. And then we're each going to have 1 objective in our territories, 20 inches from the exact center of the table, going halfway up our deployment zones, for a total of 6 potential objectives on the table. Now, in this one, we have the primary objective of Take and Hold. This is the one where you get 5 points for 1 objective, 5 points for 2 objectives, or 5 points for more objectives than your opponent. And you only start scoring this in the second battle round. And the secondary objective that comes along with this mission is minimize losses. In this one, you add up the strength of your army by counting the amount of units in your army, including transports and units and all that good stuff. Not including units that you add to your army through summoning, though neither of us are going to be doing that in this game. And with that, you, at the end of the game, calculate the percentage of your army left. If you have more than 3/4 of your army, you get 15 points. If you have between half and 3/4, you have 10 points, and then 5 points between 1/4 and 1/2, and then nothing if you have less than 25% of your army remaining. Now, this is an interesting one because I'm Death Guard and I'm very tempted to take it. But that is it for Retrieval Mission. Hey there folks, thanks for checking out this video. Attached to it, we have an exciting game of Daemons of Slaanesh to go up against a hated foe, the Grey Knights. We're gonna have Vito commanding the Daemons of Slaanesh that have been a nuisance here in the studios to try and take on myself, leading the Grey Knights, Drago and Paladins at 2,000 points. If you wanna check out this Warhammer 40k battle report, click on the link down below and get yourself a 7-day free trial to the MiniWarGaming vaults. This is the table that Vito and I will be playing on for today's game. This terrain is provided by GameMat.eu in the form of the ruined facility there, and pretty much everything is Game Mat here, except for that in the corner. That's Urban Mat. It was in the box beside it, and I'm like, you know what? We could use that too. So let's put that on the table. And the yellow chem vats and all that, that's all Game Mat. The mat is also from Game Mat. I think it's a matching set. And then we have, of course, Games Workshop stuff in the form of the Sector Mechanicus At least I believe it's the Sector Mechanica stuff, just to provide some line of sight blocking terrain from us. Now, fun fact, if you're a Silver Vault member, we do actually get a discount with GameMat.eu terrain if you want to check that out. If you're already a Silver Vault member, you don't know that, go to the website, click on Vault, and you'll get some discount codes there. Now, this is Retrieval Mission. You can see the 6 objectives. This will be one deployment zone. This will be another deployment zone. You got the 3 objectives over there. We're gonna go ahead and pick our secondaries and all that good stuff and start throwing some dice.
So for my secondaries, I've chosen engage in all fronts, bring it down, because Luka does have, rhinos, and he does have the Defilers. And then I also went for cut off the head. I think it's a little bit more narrative, and it suits my kind of playstyle with Shalaxi, so that's why I've gone with those secondaries.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. It also makes me not want to put my Demon Prince right out in the middle of the game. I'm usually pretty aggressive with him. Now we'll be a little more reserved. So
this also gives you a lot of re-rolling and that kind of capabilities, right? More utilitarian.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah. That's good. So you went with all killy ones. I kind of did the same thing. I went with engage on all fronts. I just feel like that's the easiest one to do, right?
Yeah.
You can't really you can kind of deny your opponent doing it, but usually your opponent's like, I also want to go for that one. That's the one we typically take the most. I don't know if that's what everyone finds at home as well, if they've been playing a lot. I went with the mission secondary.
Oh, yeah, okay.
A little hesitant on that one, because to get max points for that, you have to kill only 25% or less of my army, I believe. So, and I have 13 unit strength currently, or sorry, army strength is what my tally is, and yours is the same, but you didn't take that secondary. I don't know, I'm a little hesitant. I don't think it's the right call, but we're gonna find out. This 9th edition stuff's all about learning and all that good stuff. I also went with grind them down, so I'm gonna hope to kill more of your stuff every battle round than you kill of my stuff.
I think that is possible because a lot of my stuff is like toughness 3, small squads, kind of frail.
Right. So that is going to be my hopes and my dreams. Let's go take a look at the table again. I'll explain some of the terrain we're using and their traits, and then we'll get to the game. So for most of the terrain here, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're gonna have these act as obstacles, and you are gonna get cover if you wanna go on top of them, because they got the pipes on top of them. It kind of makes sense, and you get cover in there because you can sit in the weird chemical vats. And being demons, they're fine. The chemicals won't affect them, and I'm Death Guard, so I'm like double fine. And we have pipes, which are gonna use the normal pipe rules. A couple of obstacles here with no real traits among them. Then obstacles, exposed positions on the top of those, exposed positions on the top of that. And then we're gonna treat these terrain pieces here that we've had at MiniWarGaming for, I'm just gonna say 42 years. They're gonna have the dense terrain trait, and we're gonna make it so you can't stand on those parts of the terrain. I know it's kind of like a custom rule there. I know you have to kind of give them all one thing. It's unstable position only for that part, but you'll get cover if you're up on that part. Though I don't think that's gonna be the case in this game. And then dense terrain to shoot through them, if you're shooting through certain parts of them and all that good stuff. Just because you can kind of see through them, but it's very narrow. And other than that though, we just have like line of sight blocking clusters of terrain as well to try and help out with the shooting. Now it's time to roll for attacker defender. Wha-bam! I got a 2. What'd you get?
I also got a 2.
Oh, okay, that's a reroll, I suppose then. I got a 4. 6. Nice. You get all the power. What side do you want to be, defender or attacker? Defender gets to pick a side and deploy first.
Oh, wow. You know what?
You got there or here?
I think I'll choose this side.
All right, so you're gonna
go. It doesn't really matter. I'll choose this side.
Yeah, well, it's just like it's kind of symmetrical. That's the issue sometimes. So we have like, you could go a little bit behind there. You just have the exact same potential to hide back there.
Oh, yeah, okay, hold on. What's the range of the Defiler shooting? It's like
48, I believe?
48, that's right, yeah.
So it's pretty good range.
But even then, it's not like I can go back here and hide.
Right, because technically we are playing with the cutout. We're still playing with the minimum table size. We might go back up to 6x4 tables. I wouldn't mind your opinions down below how you find. If you've been playing with the smaller tables, again, it's like 2 inches cut off over here, 6 inches cut off over there, and then mirrored on the opposite ends.
It doesn't matter. I'm going on this side.
All right, so that means I have no choice but to go over here, and then Vito will start deploying first. So Vito and I have gone ahead and finished deploying now. It's just crazy, all this Slaanesh stuff. I don't even know where to begin. If I say I get to go first and I get to shoot my guns, where would I shoot my guns? I often ask myself, what would 50 Cent do? And I don't know.
You know what? That is a question that's very important. What would he do?
What would 50 Cent do right now? I don't know. If you're watching, leave a comment.
WW550.
What? Do I shoot at this guy? This is the one that's the least durable against shooting, but you can always warp surge at the beginning of, I think you do it at the start of my shooting phase.
Yes.
Anyways,
I can do it at
every phase. Start of every phase. Yeah, you can do it in movement if you wanted to. You can do it in the psychic phase, close combat. The fight and the shoot phase is the most important though for that one. Yeah. So we got keeper. This is the fast keeper. So like pretty much, if Vito gets to go first, turn 1 charge, like without a doubt, it moves 16 inches, +1 to advance and charge rolls. It can advance and charge. Being
so technically, yeah, it moves 16, but that one moves 18 now.
Oh, so they 16 base. They're 16.
Is it 16 base? It might be 14 base, but I'm gonna double check on that one.
So it's either 16 or 18 inches, and then it can advance and we're only 24 inches apart. It can advance and then charge, and it gets +1 to both of those rolls. So let's be real, folks. That's charging me. I'm not gonna like deploy my army way around it. I'm Death Guard. I'm just gonna hope to be durable. And if that backfires, well, I'm an idiot and I don't know how to play the game.
So yeah, so they're 14-inch movement.
So up to 16.
So it's 16 inches now on that one.
Still, even though 16 advance and charge with +1 to both, that's going to happen. This is the keeper that is...
-1 to wound and shooting.
Okay, so obviously not going to shoot that one. Which is good. And then Demonettes. And then we have the other two keepers. Well, Shalaxi Hellbane right there. And then the thicker keeper secrets with a 4-up invulnerable save.
That's THICC.
Yes.
Of course.
Explicitly the 2 C's there.
Yes.
And then we have a bunch of like kind of cheaper chaff in the back to prevent the Blightlord Terminators from showing up too easily and making room for the massive hordes, the major threats to surge forward first. And then on my end, I ended up going double Defiler over here instead of all 3 Defilers because I couldn't justify bringing... I wouldn't be able to fit all 3 coming through this gap. This large piece of terrain is a hindrance to me. So I went 2 Defilers over here with the Ironclad Furnace, Chaos Lord. We have a Flail squad of Plague Marines in the Rhino. And then over here we have the Great Plague Cleaver squad of Plague Marines in the Rhino near the objective. The Plague Caster right beside it. My Warlord Demon Prince near my 3rd Defiler. And lastly, another squad of Plague Marines in a Rhino with Plague Flails. I don't know. I would ideally like to go first to get some like preliminary shots off before I'm not allowed to shoot guns anymore. Because let's be real, Slaanesh makes this... I'm not going to be shooting too much guns this game, methinks. So I don't quite have the firepower to really annihilate Vito's forces if I go first. I got a 4, you got a 1. I'm gonna go first because I don't want to get charged right away without shooting guns.
Yeah,
And I think that's the right call, but at the same time, the downside to that is I want to move on to the objectives, which ultimately means getting closer to the forces of Slaanesh. But you know what? All in the good fun of the game, we're gonna probably end up doing that anyways. It's gonna be Death Guard turn 1. Well, my command phase is pretty basic. No scoring of any objectives, though I will gain a command point going up to a healthy 6 command points. Now realizing that I have engaged on all fronts, it's time to go ham and push for it. Engage on all fronts, I have to get into Vito's territory here. You know what? Never once have I brought the fight to Slaanesh other than this day. Why did I take this secondary? I forgot I was fighting against Slaanesh. I am so lucky I got to go first because there's no way I would have gotten any points for this. And at least in this case, I think I can get the 3 points out of it on the first turn and then it's done. That's all I've got. I've got nothing left. So we're gonna go into movement and we're gonna have this Rhino advance. Here we go. We need probably like a 4? A 4? Yeah, maybe. Because I have to get wholly within that half of the table and I'm right at the line, so. This one, unfortunately, needed a 5. So, the Rhinos in general need a 5 on their advance to get into the territory. So I'm gonna have to get really lucky with the other Rhino on the other side of the table and hopefully get a 5 over there. Because the 4, I'm not wholly within it. I'll be like, the Rhino's about 4 3/4 long, if you know what I mean. If only I deployed sideways. Like a smart boy, I would have just been able to drive sideways and made it. Not today, though. Not today. That's the line there for 24. Period. So with that, we're just gonna drive on up. We're just gonna drive to about there. We're gonna keep 1 track within 3 of that objective. This is my life now. You know what? Yeah, that's what we'll do. Moving the Defilers. This one only moves 6 right now because he's got to go over the difficult terrain, but that will be enough to clear it. I'm just gonna put him like that, even though it's not quite proper, but you have to excuse me. I hate Defilers. And then this Defiler is going to move to about there. Yes, and then we're going to have you to there. Beautiful. This Defiler is going to move to about there. It's very awful to try and move any of these. And then we're going to go ahead and advance to this Rhino. Papa needs a 5. Oh! Engaged on all fronts, the only 2 points I'm gonna get for it all game. All right, so we're gonna move this guy measured from the back, gets to there.
Oh no!
Gets in this territory. Heck yeah, look at that.
You just took that Keeper of Secrets off guard.
Yeah, he's like, what's going on? What's happening right now? I don't know. We're gonna get our 2 points though. And the Demon Prince will flap his Demon Prince wings to over here. We're actually gonna be more reserved with that and keep it back there. And we're gonna keep the Plaguecaster. You know what? We will advance the Plaguecaster. I got plans for you. Huh! Advancing 2? Well, that's fine. That's just gonna counteract the -2 for going over that. Never mind. I'm still too slow to actually clear it, so we're just gonna go there. All right, let's go ahead and throw out some psychic powers. We're gonna go ahead and start with Blades of Putrefaction from the Plaguecaster. We get it with an 8. We're gonna go ahead and see if any of the other Psychers on the other side of the table are within 24. I suspect not, because I'm not quite, actually we know they're not, because I'm not at the line with him.
That's right.
And they're at the line. So that's gonna go off on the Defiler, which means he will get +1 to wound in close combat. And of course, doing mortal wounds on 7+ rolls to wound. Then we're gonna do, I guess, Putrescent Vitality? He'll just go ahead and target himself too, because why not? So he's got +1 strength toughness. In case anything weird happens to him, that one he can only target infantry with. That's why I didn't throw it anywhere else. That'd be a little too powerful if I could give that to like a Defiler or a Demon Prince even. Last psychic power is going to be Miasma of Pestilence. It's gonna, from the Demon Prince, on a 6. We get it with an 8. That's gonna go on this Defiler, I guess? We'll see. We'll see. Might help a little bit. I'm thinking he's pretty safe. And then, that's it for the psychic phase, we go on to shooting.
So start of the shooting phase.
Oh yes, that's right. I was gonna say pop smoke, but I'm like, there's no reason to pop smoke. But I'm gonna do it anyways.
Start of the shooting phase, I'm gonna spend 2 command points on Warp Surge.
Who's it gonna go on?
Ooh, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna put it on
Vito and I have swapped sides on the table.
this one.
Ooh, the fast one. Okay.
fast one.
I was debating at shooting at that one too. So good call. So +1 invulnerable save on that Keeper Secrets, the fast one. And then I'm gonna go into my shooting phase proper. We're just gonna, like, the only shooting attack Vito has is that whip. I'm gonna pop smoke anyways. I'm gonna pop smoke anyways. Don't even care. And then we're gonna go on an actual proper shooting, and this is where I was having a hard time deciding what I need to do. I'm thinking I could shoot it. I could not cripple it, but like maybe bracket a Keeper of Secrets a little bit, or start putting pressure on the Demonettes and force them to take morale checks. But there's always the risk of them, you know, rolling a 1. It's always a bad time.
Make my monsters grow.
You know what? For the fun of it, let's just let the Keepers come at me and let's just mess them up in combat.
Because that's what it's about, right? It's about having fun.
Exactly. Steve's in here now too.
Just the fun of it.
So for the fun of it, for the LOLs, yeah, I'm gonna shoot battle cannon.
Immediately the pun changed.
No, you know what? Bam, Demonettes, Keeper Secrets, bring it on. Don't care. We're gonna mess them up. We'll mess them up real good. So we're gonna have this one fire the auto cannon and the battle cannon into the Demonettes over there. And we'll see how that goes. The battle cannon automatically gets 6 shots. So there's that. We hit on 4s, rerolling any 1s. We have a couple misses, and we wound on 2s. 3 wounds.
5 up, demon save.
I killed 2. So, and then we're gonna have 4 shots with the Reaper auto cannon on 4s. Reroll the 1. That's 3 hits, 2s to wound, 3 more wounding hits.
5 up.
That's 3 more dead.
more
So I
dead.
kill 5. And then this second one doesn't actually have line of sight on that unit. Sorry, this one was, they were both shooting it. They were both gonna be shooting. We're gonna focus on that unit there. So since he can't see that unit, this one fired at that unit. Now this one's gonna do all the same shots at that unit there. But we're gonna move the 5 Demonettes that just got shot down. Then we're gonna go battle cannon, auto cannon. We'll start with the auto cannon this time because I got 4 dice in my hand. Wow, we have 3 hits and 2s to wound. 2 more wounding hits on those Demonettes from the Reaper. We kill 2 more. And then 6 shots from the battle cannon because of their unit size. It's a blast weapon. We hit only 2 times that. Well, I got lucky with the other day. So 2 more wounding hits on the Demonettes. Oh, nice, double 5 up. So they're okay. And then we're gonna fire that last Defiler into that squad there. We're just trying to force him to take a morale check. It's gonna go ahead and pair the Reaper auto cannon and the battle cannon together because they just hit on the same and wound on the same. Steve has pointed out. We hit on 4s, reroll these 1s. We have only 2 misses. We have 8 hits, and we wound on 2s, and 6 wounds.
5 up.
I kill 5.
Oh, wow.
5 more get shot down. Not bad. Kind of accomplished somewhat of a goal over there, I think. And that is it for shooting. Honestly, folks, turn. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Charge? I'm not gonna charge you. Hey, I'll tell you what. I get engaged on all fronts. That is it. I get my 2 points. But I suppose we should roll for morale before we get any further. That was the kind of whole point. I was under the impression they were leadership 10. I should have probably split my fire up, but whatever. I'm okay with this outcome as well, because I killed a good amount of them. I killed
You killed 10 exactly.
Oh, right. So leadership on them?
7.
So they're automatically running. No, unless you roll a 1.
That's a roll of 1.
You could roll a 1.
I need to roll
You
a
can break
1.
my heart. That's
No,
6.
I rolled 6.
All right, so 1's gonna run, and then we have to roll for 19 models. Every roll of 1 will be a further model running.
Yeah.
So 1's gonna run, and then we should be rolling for 19 more of them. Because there was exactly 20 left.
That's right, yes.
Yeah. All right, let's hear it. See for 19 ones coming up. World record.
2.
Oh, 2 more run. Okay, sure. 2 more to the warp. Now my turn is done, and now I get my 2 victory points.
On my command phase, just going up to 5 as I get a command point. Quick correction, up to 6, Slaanesh's number. So starting off with my movement phase, I'm going to start off with my super fast Keeper of Secrets, because she has really nice long legs. I'm going to go ahead and advance.
And she gets +1 to that.
She gets +2 to her.
Oh,
no, sorry. Yeah, she gets +2 movement, but she gets +1 to that.
Right, so she goes 16, 20-inch move. And she can, because she's a hero, she can charge still. This was expected. This was not.
The second Keeper is also going to advance.
But I assume they all. I think they all get a +1 to their advance.
They don't. No.
Only this one.
Only this one does. Yes.
Oh, because of the upgrade. Gotcha.
Yeah. All the demonettes, they get +1 to their advances because they have the musician.
They got the music man. Yeah. So she's there near that rhino. This was no.
This unit of demonettes.
They get +1 because they're musician.
And they also get +1 to their charge as well.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and advance with them.
Fast.
Getting a 3? So technically a 4.
Are you going to actively try to avoid the pipe with all the models when they move?
Yes,
so they don't suffer the -2? Gotcha. All right, there we go.
Yeah, so they're just going to end up right over
I
there.
assume they're going to go ahead and advance as well.
Yeah, may as well, because that's what Slaanesh does.
Bring it on!
Getting the same thing.
And then these 4 in the back are just going to walk through the groove, the crack there, so then the whole unit doesn't take the -2.
Yeah. So they're going to split off going this way, kind of spreading out my forces. And then I'm also going to advance my Herald.
Right, and since everything else is going to go ahead and advance, I'm just going to show you where everything else ends up, because you guys get the idea.
So she's going to end up right over there. She didn't get the biggest advancement, but she is kind of, in a decent spot. And then we decided to go ahead and advance the entire army.
Because why not?
Why not, right? I can do it. So we show, this is kind of the aftermath. So Shalaxi, she did get a really good advancement with a 6. She had to go -2 for, this little kind of pipe, but still with an 18-inch advancement.
No problem at all.
She can go kind of wherever she wants. I didn't have to advance this Keeper, but hey, why not? I did it anyway.
Yeah, because why would
So we're gonna get nice and close over here. This Fiend, which was over here, kind of swung on over to grab this objective, kind of moving all the demonettes in the back, just moving them up just a little bit. This Fiend is going to take some cover behind this control panel, and then this Fiend over here moved on up, is sitting on an objective, and is hopefully going to, actually, you know what, we're going to move him
just a little bit closer. Oh, he's literally on the objective.
He's literally right on the objective, so we're going to actually move him kind of right over there.
Right, just make sure you tag the objectives and moving up the demonettes over here, making it so I can't show up anywhere in your back line with Blightlord Terminators. And I see my pop smoke was worthless because Shalaxi ended up advancing anyways. Oh, is it an assault weapon, the whip?
It is an assault weapon,
that makes sense. That would make sense then. Okay, well, I guess that brings us to the psychic phase.
Starting us off is going to be the Shalaxi, and she's going to cast Delightful Agonies on herself. Goes off on a 5.
Is this the 6 to ignore damage?
Yes.
All right, you can have it.
Okay, so she can shrug off wounds on a 6+. For her next power, that's a close combat ability, so we're just gonna go ahead and cast Smite. Ooh, that's gonna be a fail.
Ooh, a whiff.
This Keeper of Secrets, he's gonna cast Smite. It does get harder now that I've done an attempt. So looking for a 6.
All right, good enough.
Get it on the dot.
Well, I suspect that rhino's probably dead. I'll just take the more. I'm trying to conserve my denies over here because there's like 2, 4, 6, 8 psychic powers that Vito's able to throw out. But the smites are gonna get more expensive over here. So the Demon Prince will attempt to deny the smite because there's nothing else really in range to deny, and the other psychic power that keeper would throw it, I'm not overly concerned about unless Vito spikes really high, and if he does, well, it happens. So I need a 7 to stop this. I do, so no smite, and that's about it.
Okay. And then for his next spell, he'll do Cacophonic Choir, goes off in a 6.
Yes.
Oh, we do it with an 8.
Yeah, I can't stop. Well, I could stop it, but I'm not going to bother.
So I have to roll 2d6, and for every point I go above your leadership,
Which I believe is 8.
you take that many mortal wounds.
All right, bring it on.
Hooah! No,
All right.
it doesn't go off. We're going to swing on over to Luka's side, where my tall Keeper of Secrets, she'll cast Smite. We're looking...
7 now.
Yeah, 7, yeah.
No.
It's going to be a fail.
And then
Okay.
the other... I can't deny any of this Keeper of Secret psychic powers because I'm too far away.
She's going to cast the Symphony of Pain for her last spell.
I can't do nothing against this.
Goes off in a 6.
Hey,
Oh, we
an
do
8.
get it off with an 8.
What do?
Your opponent must subtract 1 from all hit rolls until the start of your next phase.
Oh, targeting this Keeper of Secrets?
That's right.
All right, well, I can't do nothing about that, I suppose.
And then my next keeper, she'll go ahead and cast Smite.
Sure.
It keeps getting harder, so we're
8.
looking for an 8.
Oh, no.
Oh!
No smites at all. Even though they get progressively harder, I don't think a single smite went off.
No, it did not.
Can this one even cast any of its other powers? Or is it no a unique one still?
You know what? All of my other unique ones, all the other keepers have cast.
Oh, okay, so is she kaput?
Yep, she is kaput. And then last but not least is going to be this Herald. Once again, I can't cast Hysterical Frenzy because it's a close combat spell. So she's going to do Smite, and the closest target is going to be the Defiler because I can't see that right now.
I had a line of sight there.
Hooah! No, it does
Smite,
not.
smite hard.
No, we're so concentrated on going forward.
And now it's time to throw a whip at me.
Yeah, my one shooting attack.
Is it into the Defiler?
It is, yes. It is an assault weapon, so it's going to be at -1, so hitting on 3s.
Right.
I have 6 shots.
I was gonna say the Defiler has miasma on it, but it can't stack any higher than the -1. So 6 shots at, I assume, hitting on 3s.
Yes. Looking for 5s to wound.
We have 3, not bad.
3.
AP
And this is
is
going to be AP -2.
Ooh, that puts me to a 5-up save. That one does not have the enhanced invulnerable save. Oh, and Vito, 3 5-up saves. Oh, I'll make none of those, and it's 2 damage each.
2 damage each.
So I am gonna see if I can benefit from this contaminated monstrosity at all. I do. I only take 3 damage. Down to 11.
Time to make some pretty easy charges, I think.
Where are we starting?
We'll start with this keeper into the Rhino.
I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna Overwatch anywhere, so just go ahead and declare him and roll him up.
He's in.
Yeah, it's like a 3 and a something. Boom, in he goes.
Shalaxi, she's going to go ahead and to charge into this Defiler.
Yeah, no Overwatch for me. Whoa, I can actually go up and around.
Yeah, I actually,
I'll let you think about that.
yeah. I think I'm just going to go there because I don't want too many reinforcements. I don't want to overcommit just in case, Luka comes out of his Rhino and then the Demon Prince comes out. So I do want some reinforcements coming on in.
So they're gonna charge next, I assume?
They are going to charge, yeah. I think they're going to try to get into that Defiler. I don't know if they're going to make it, but we'll see. And they are within range of Shalaxi to declare a charge.
And they get to add +1 to this roll as well?
They do.
You're gonna go with 2 and is that a 5?
That is a 5-inch charge. That is going to be an absolute fail.
I think so. It looks a little. Is it a little too? Yeah, it's a little too short. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So just actually getting in over there.
Yeah. Swinging on over to Luka's side, the Keeper of Secrets will charge into the Rhino.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
making that in.
Do you just want to go like directly in?
Yeah, just boop, right there. And then the other Keeper of Secrets will declare a charge just into one of them. The one on the...
You just want to commit to over here more? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's
7.
it.
So I'll push you
Boop,
about right there.
And I think my last charge is actually going to be the big horde here of demonettes into that Defiler.
All right. Don't know what it is, but you get +1. Well, that's an 11. That's definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely in. And we're going to end up just like so. Now I have to string out some demonettes just a little bit because the Herald will give the unit a +1 strength bonus as long as she's within 6 inches of them. Now she doesn't have to be wholly within 6, just within 6 of the unit. So that's why I'm stringing them out just a little bit. Now going into the combat phase, I am not going to spend 2 command points on Warp Surge.
Right, because you only have the 6 left.
Yeah.
They might be able. I'm curious if they're going to be able to clean up a Defiler. They have the hitting power to clean up a Defiler each. I hope they don't, obviously, but if they do, that's what they're capable of doing. So where do you want to start fighting then?
I think I'm going to start with Shalaxi first.
Shellac. So this Defiler does have -1 to hit on him, but that's all he's got.
Okay.
Is that the one you want to go with? Yeah, sure. Makes sense.
I'm gonna go with that one.
All right, bring it on, Shellaxi.
All right, so she's gonna attack first with her spear, Soul Piercer. Such a good name. I have -1 to hit, so hitting you on 3s.
Do we get any 2s?
Oh, look at that, Luka. That is pretty good. Pretty good.
Not bad.
All right.
And then strength is...
She's ×2 strength, so I think she actually goes to like strength 12 or strength 14.
Well, if it's strength 12, she wins on 3s. On 14, it's 2s.
She actually is strength 12.
Okay, so then she's going to be wounding me on 3s against this Defiler.
Okay.
And we have all 3 wound. Demon saves, 5-ups. Oh, I don't want to see 4s.
Oh, no!
I guess it wouldn't have mattered. He would have had to be over here anyway. So I fail all of those. I assume this is a lot of damage.
It does D6 each.
Whew, here, bring it on. 3.
Ah!
That's nice. 15 damage.
15 damage.
I would like to make one of those. Well, it would be dead normally, but let's see if the resilience can keep it going. So we make, oh wow, yeah, it does keep it going. We take 9 damage so far. We have 2 wounds left, but there's more attacks to come.
Wow. So I have 4 attacks with my snapping claws, hitting on 3s. Oh, Luka, look at that.
Couple of misses.
Okay, and I'm going to be at strength 6.
So 5s.
Whoa.
You get to reroll the 1 though.
Do you get to reroll that 1? Oh, no, it's going to be a 4.
All right. Helped a little bit. I think you have more attacks though still, no?
No, that's it.
I lived! Now I am going to spend 2 command points on counteroffensive over here, I think. There's a chance this might be crazy worth, but it might not be. That's going to bring me down to 5 command points. So she's technically -2 to hit right now because of Mesmerizing Aura and the Psychic Power on her too, but it's only up to -1. But I do hit on 5s. This is where that Lord Discordant, I guess, funny enough, the Lord Discordant wouldn't help at all here because you get +1 to hit, but she's -2 to hit, so I'd be back to hitting on 5s. Yeah, let's see if we get lucky. We do get to reroll once. Oh, we got a couple hits. 3 hits. Obviously, pretty good. We are strength 16, so wounding on 2s. Yikes! I'm gonna command point one of those.
Oh no!
Okay, this is looking pretty bad for me already. Oh, this was kind of a hope to get back in. Anyways, I get my 1 in, so you have her 5-up demon save.
Oh,
he makes it too! She lives! Woo! All right, I got 3 more attacks with the Scourge. Hits once, and it doesn't wound. Okay, well, that was 3 command points down the drain. That could have been at least 6 damage. I guess 6 damage in the end wouldn't have really mattered. She'll go ahead and swing right back at me.
Yes, as she looks down with her long leg, she goes, "How dare you, good sir? How dare you?" So with her special relic, she's gonna have an extra 2 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Couple misses.
2 misses. +2 strength, so what's your toughness?
7.
7, so looking for 3s to wound.
Going up to strength. Oh, they
that's
all
all.
wound. Ooh, 6 wounds. So the AP on this is -3. I do have the Ironclad Furnace, giving him a 4-up invulnerable save. Didn't really matter. Didn't roll any 4s. So that's, are these like flat 3 each?
3 damage each, yeah.
So that's gonna be 4, 8, 12 damage. And resilience. Oh, only, well, you know what? I make 2. I'll take that. That's 5, 10 damage, bringing him down to 4. We still have the claws though. And now because I took wounds from the sword, I am always -1 to hit now. Spooky.
And now we have 4 attacks with the claws, hitting on 2s.
1 miss.
Okay.
Right.
And it's only gonna be at strength 6 though.
5s. We got 1 wounding hit.
1.
So I'm gonna try and save that. I do! Furnace helps. All right, so
This is actually, because I rolled a 6, it's the AP -4.
all right, I do have a 4-up invuln.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you made it nice.
So he is okay, but he's -1 to hit.
Let's go down the line with the next Keeper of Secrets, everything into the Rhino.
The Rhino probably shouldn't survive any of this, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky.
So 6 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Okay, it's a good start for you.
Okay, looking for 3s to wound.
All right, all 6 hit, all 6 wound, perfectly fine.
-3.
And I'm gonna have a 6-up save. I'll actually make 2 of those. That's still enough damage to kill it. That's 12 damage. Does he? Ooh. I could make it automatically explode for D3 mortal wounds. So that's gonna hit all of my stuff. So, but I have resilience. But I only have 3 command points left, so I'm just gonna roll it. Nope, no exploding. That's all I could fit from the Plague Marine squad after the Rhino was destroyed. Not enough room to fit down. I guess I could spend a command point. It's not worth 2 bolt guns though. So they die. They can't get put down. Oh, this guy falls apart and breaks. Now I gotta throw 5 dice to see if any more die. Ooh, 1 more dies. Well, we're not gonna need a plasma gun, I can tell you that much.
And then after that, I will choose to consolidate.
That'll bring him into combat, but that means I won't be able to shoot my plasma guns.
Before we go into my last Keeper Secrets, may as well stay on this side where this big blob of Demonettes will fight into that Defiler.
All right, so we piled them in. There's going to be 11 in range to attack. It's going to be 34 Demonette attacks into my Defiler.
All right, here we go, hitting on 3s.
Do 6s do, is that Age of Sigmar only where they count as 2 or 3 hits?
Yeah, that's Age of Sigmar.
Gotcha.
And because they're near the Herald, they are going to be at Strength 4.
That's a big difference.
So looking for 5s to wound.
Exactly. Ooh. That's 8 wounding hits. I'll have a 4-up save because of the Ironclad Furnace. I save 5 of them, and then I have Disgusting Resilience. I take 3. He's down to 11. I'm going to put that 11 right. Oh, that's a 9. 11 right there to try and remember that. And then that's them done attacking. And then we have one more Keeper of Secrets who's charged into my poor Rhino way back there.
We're going to be hitting on 2s. And I'm looking for 3s to wound.
Oh, 4. Oh, it should be 4 wounds. Wait, or is it 2? No, it should be 3s to wound, right?
3s to wound, yeah.
Yeah. 6 up. Make none. The Rhino's dead. Does it? Do I really? Nah, does it explode? It does not. Just going to go back there. I don't want to be consolidated into, mostly because that's all more than 4 away. So we can get pretty close, but it won't engage them. I want to be able to fire the Blight Launchers. I know I can get an extra round of combat in if Vito was to do that, but I wouldn't get Shock or Hateful Assault, and I wouldn't be able to shoot the Blight Launchers.
I will go ahead and consolidate, which will make me go right to about there.
Yeah.
Staying an inch and a half away.
I'm pretty much going to have no choice but to fight this guy, I think. Or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Depends. I'll probably end up moving this way and charge them, or charge that guy, but we'll see. We'll see. And then from there, I get to swing stuff now. This Defiler's already attacked. Didn't do anything, unfortunately. We're going to go ahead and attack with the Plague Marines, though. We're going to pile in. This one's closer to the Demonettes. We're going to get the Flail attacking them. And then this one here is just going to go kind of in this direction to kind of get closer to either one. So it's kind of hard to tell, but able to swing it that way. And then we'll go like that. We're too far away from the Chaos Lord, unfortunately. But we're going to go 2 Flails that direction, and then the Power Fist and the regular Plague Knife into the Keeper. So the 2 Flails, unfortunately, don't get Hateful Assault. So we have a D3 attack per, so that's going to be 3 attacks. And these hit on, the Demonettes getting hit on 3s. We have a miss, and these are strength 6, so wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s because it's a plague weapon. 2 wounds at demon saves.
5 up.
Oh, I made one. So that's 2 damage.
Yeah.
But it spills over and kills 2 models, like Age of Sigmar.
Okay.
So the Power Fist, already at -1 to hit, will attack the Keeper Secrets on 4s. We have 2 hits. I don't want to say no Death of the False Emperor here. This is a Chaos fight. Strength 8, so 3s to wound. 2 wounding hits on the Keeper Secrets.
5 up. You know what? I'll spend a command point.
One of these had. Oh, that one's got the 4-up and vulnerable save. It's only D3 damage, but.
Oh, actually, you know what? One of the that's the one. No wait, that's the one with the -1 to shooting.
That's -1 to wound for shooting. That one is the 4-up and vulnerable. Yeah.
So I will spend a command point to reroll one of these. No. Okay.
5 damage.
Cool. Big.
10 to 11 wounds. These things are so statted up, it's wild. Okay, we're gonna go with this guy attacking the Demonettes now. He's not bracketed, so it's just the same amount of attacks, but not really that well equipped to fight hordes. 5 attacks with the Defiler Claws on 4s. Rerolling any 1s. We have 3 hits, and these wound on 2s. 3 wounding hits on the Demonettes. Kills 2 Demonettes. Blink, blink. And then we're gonna have the 3 extra attacks from the Scourge. 4s to hit, 2 hits, and 2s to wound. 2 more wounds on the Demonettes. I kill 1 more Demonette. So he is done. They're done. He's already attacked. So we're going to move on to that Defiler over there who is severely crippled into Shalaxi, who is -1 to hit and -1 to wound through various abilities. My weapon skills never affected on the Defiler, well, other than the -1 to hit. I have 3 attacks though with the claws because of Hateful Assault. 5s to hit. They all hit Shalaxi.
Wow.
These are normally 2s to wound, but 3s now. Ooh, there you go. Stopped one of the wounds. So 2 wounds go through on Shalaxi. Well, maybe.
5 up.
She's going to make neither. Ooh. We've already used the reroll, so it's going to be 6 damage with that. And then we have the Defiler Scourge, which has always 3 attacks on 5s. And not that one. All right, so we just do the 5 damage to Shalaxi.
5 damage?
Yeah.
And then she has the 6 up to ignore.
So I think it was 6 damage.
6 damage.
It was, yeah.
So 6 is to ignore.
Because of the Psychic Power. Oh, wow, nice. Ignore
so she only takes 4.
Probably should have stopped that, obviously. Shalaxi's down to 12, and that is all she wrote For the fight phase, we're going to come on to morale, where Vito does one of his first. The only one he has to do are these demonettes. So using the Keeper of Secrets leadership, I think they lost 5 this turn.
Yes.
So we are going to roll up and essentially need a 6 to roll to fail a leadership here. Or on a 1, they'll get more demonettes back. Huh! 3.
Oh, no.
So nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Then I owe you a morale over here. I lost 3 guys. I am good on the 1. That should be it for morale as we move on to the second battle round. And then for scoring purposes, Vito will get engaged on all fronts. He's actually going to get the max for that, I believe, because Shalaxi's in that quarter. I'm in this these Keeper Secrets over here, or this one is at least wholly within this quarter. And I think Shalaxi's more than 6 away from the center. We'll go double check that in a second, but that's definitely 2 victory points for Vito, but probably 3. So Shalaxi is unfortunately about half an inch into the center, 5.5 inches from the center of the battlefield. So there's only 2 victory points for Vito there, much like my engage on all fronts. But he definitely got some stuff for bringing it down by killing 2 of my rhinos, and definitely denied me my grind them down because I killed zilch.
Yeah.
I'm going to gain a command point in my phase. I don't have control of this objective anymore, but I do have that one, and I have 2 models on that one to Vito's. No, I think I just got the 2 on that one. So it's going to be 2 objectives. That's 10 victory points for me at the start of the second battle round. Now, in my movement phase, we start over here by moving the Plague Caster out from in front of the Rhino over the pipe at -2, and then we disembark the Plague Marines, wholly within 3 on the other side of the pipe, and then having these guys disembark over there, making sure they're all coherent still as a bigger squad. And then the Rhino's probably just going to stay still, because it's already on the objective, it's on the pipe. And then we're going to move the Plague Marines out from the disembark. They only get to move 3 though, because 2 of them are going to go over the pipe. Ending like that. That Defiler's got to leave combat with Shalaxi. He's not going to do much on his own there with 2 wounds, and he's going to be blocking a path for, I want my Terminators to show up around that area. The Demon Prince, hard pressed on where to go because I can only support so much with him. We're going to pretty much go anywhere we want over here. So we can go here. I'm trying to find a spot where I can give rerolls to certain units, and I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off because the Terminator is going to get stuck ending up around here, and I won't be able to support them unless I literally stick him right here. But I want him to be able to charge something this turn. Now, he's great at fighting demonettes, but he can also do a pretty dandy job at tying up or going toe-to-toe with this Keeper. I hope. Now, these Plague Marines. I'm going to go through this gap here, move their 5. And they're going to go and get snagged on each other. Move in this direction. Shoot their guns and try and go for objectives, because it's the name of the game. Can't quite get any more than that, though. Defiler is going to leave combat. Not much I can do about Shalaxi's 6-inch heroic intervention. I'm just going to charge her and hopefully kill her with shooting, which is not likely. Now that that's all moved, I have to debate on what to do over here. I got kind of a hot mess. I can't afford to keep these Plague Marines in combat. And if I fall back from the Keeper Secrets, then I have to fall back from the Demonettes as well. And I don't think I'm ever really going to get a Hateful Assault off with them. In fact, this is a struggle area over here, for sure. The problem with them is, I can't go anywhere that this Keeper Secrets can't catch me with a Heroic Intervention. I don't have enough movement to go way over here with all of them. And some of them would be stuck in the end moving there, so they just kind of pile into me. At this point, I think I'm just better off staying in combat and maybe getting lucky like I did earlier. I don't have any plan to shoot too much over here. So there's that, though I'm pretty sure. Oh, this one can just heroically intervene too. It's wild. Wild times ahead here. I think I give this up a little bit. I think I just fall back with the Defiler and let him shoot. I think that's what I'm going to do. But that means I'd have to fall back with the Marines as well, because I can't shoot. I mean, I can shoot at her. Yeah, we'll do that. You know what? I can't afford to keep, like, I could keep this guy in combat, but I can't afford to keep this guy in combat because I just took 10 damage. I'm probably going to take more than that next time. It's not like you get charge bonuses, but they always fight first, being Slaanesh. I mean, I'll get my first charge pick, but other than that, the rest is just all Slaanesh. Well, I'll be all going back and forth. But if I fall back with both of these and I shoot with him, I can get lucky. Or I could shoot at them, but then they'd have to fall back and do effectively nothing. So it's very interesting. We're going to fall back this Defiler first, still moving 6 to there. And then we're going to fall back, we're going to move this guy first, and I already measured where he's going to go. He's going to go back there. just slightly behind this Defiler when it falls back, if it falls back. Oh man, what awful decisions I think this is. But I don't want to stay in combat because they're scary. And that's -2 movement for going over the pipe. I did forget about Infernal Regeneration though, with the start before my command phase. Everything here heals a wound. So this guy goes up to 12. We're gonna have this Defiler go up to 5. And then the other Defiler will go up to, I think, 3. Up to 3. And I think these Plague Marines just fall back from combat. In the end, it's my decision, so I'll do it. They're gonna get heroically intervened into, but at least I can shoot at the Demonettes. And then the Demonettes don't get their free attacks against me back. Falling back. And of course, falling back. We're gonna make it so that we're more than 3 away from that Keeper though. Just gotta make sure I'm more than an inch away from all them. And Terminator showing up at the end of the movement phase to support more on this side. I could go on the other side, but I won't be able to get any shots with the Melta Gun or the Blight Launcher. So I figured if I'm already doing okay over here, I'm not doing okay over here, but I'm doing better over here than I am on the other side. Might as well, bam, double down over here. So we're gonna end up there. We're gonna go on to the Psychic phase. We're gonna cast probably, what your toughness 7, eh?
Yeah.
Makes my weapons, I got those big ones there. I could be strength 5 times 2. It's not gonna really matter. So we're gonna go Blades of Putrefaction. Bam. So what this does, you might as well try and stop it because you got more than enough denies to try and stop it. So we'll go ahead and I guess roll the dice because I can only cast 3 powers. So no.
No.
I am gonna go ahead and put that on those Plague Marines. That gives them +1 to wound in the fight phase. I forgot it's +1 to wound over here would have counteracted the -1 wound. That's okay. And if they roll 7+ to wound, then they get to do a mortal wound. Now I know she's -1 to wound already, but I can give them veterans to so I get +2 to the -1. So in the end, I'll get +1 to wound. I'm trying to fish for mortal wounds. So we're gonna do that on them, and then I rolled higher than a 7, so Shalaxi takes a mortal wound. Anything, the nearest enemy within 7, if I ever roll a 7+ to cast with him, they'd suffer a mortal wound for Pestilential Fallout. But we have Delightful Agony, so on a 6-up, she ignores it. Hit. No, it's a 4. So 1 damage on Shalaxi down to 11, and then the second power is going to be Smite. Oh, yikes.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's the big, so that's a mortal wound automatically. We'll do that at the end though. And then you might, I assume you definitely want to, you need a 12 though.
Yeah, I'll
Alright, so you might as well, you got more than enough dice.
No.
No, so it's going to be D6 mortal wounds +1. That's only 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal wounds.
Well, she has Delightful Agonies though.
Yeah, it's true. 6s? No.
3 damage, but I think brings her down to 8.
It's true.
Alright, boys. And then the Demon Prince is going to cast Miasma of Pestilence on a 9. You might as well try and...
I'll try to stop that.
Yeah, that's my last power. No, almost. About halfway there. So that's going to go on to, I want to say the Demon Prince himself, because I'm going to put him in a weird spot, I think. And Vito does have the kill, essentially Slay the Warlord secondary, so the Demon Prince is going to be -1 to hit with Miasma. We're going to go into the shooting phase now, and I'm going to, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 command points for Warp Surge on Shalaxi.
So I got a lot of shooting that's going to go in a lot of places, and Shalaxi's the one then?
Yeah, Shalaxi's the one.
This guy's already got a 4-up. Shalaxi's going to go for a 4-up for 2 command points. That brings you down to
2 left.
2 remaining. I'm going to spend 1 myself on Billowas Blood Rush. This is a Poxmonger stratagem. It's going to allow one of my demon engines that fell back to shoot this turn. Obviously the one at near full health. This one's going to be able to shoot. And an update on command points. I'm down to 3 now. Vito's down to 2 after the Warp Surge. We're going to start this off with Classic Rhino shooting at Demonettes with his Combi Bolter. 3s. And 3s. That's a wound. Demon save.
5 up.
No. 1 dead Demonette. But 2. Boop. We're going to go on to shooting with... it's kind of weird and risky. No, we're going to, shooting into the Demonettes over here with all of their guns, except for, no, even the bolt gun on the champion, because I'm Deck the Guard, I have inexorable advance, they get to rapid fire, and then the 2 Blight Launchers are going to go over here as well. I'll start with the Blight Launchers, hitting on 3s. We have a couple misses, and wounding on 2s because it's strength 6, and that is 2 wounding hits. At demon saves, kills 1. So we've got 2 dead Demonettes. I was debating on shooting at Shalaxi there, but it's a good thing I didn't, obviously. And then I should have 6 bolt guns in there, so that's going to be, 3 bolt guns, which will be 6 rapid firing shots. 3s to hit. Ooh, yikes. Where's that Demon Prince when you need him? Too far away. 2 wounding hits, though. So I will kill 2 more Demonettes. Plink and plink. So because this Keeper Secret still has the psychic power that anything that attacks her is -1 hit, I'm not going to... I kind of wanted to shoot at her this time with this Defiler, but again, everything into these Demonettes. Because of their unit size, the battle cannon automatically gets 6 shots, and I'll throw in the 4 autocannon shots on top of that, just to throw 10 dice at them and see if we can't kill them up. So did I do that right? 3, 6, yeah, 10. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s, because we have the Chaos Sword right behind us. It helps quite a bit with 7 hits, and 2s to wound. 7 wounds.
5s.
Oh, nice, only 3 die.
3 only die.
I've killed 7 so far. I guess the Chaos Lord will shoot a bolt pistol into them. Why not? Hits. And wounds. I've killed 8 Demonettes.
Oh, look at you go.
Look at me go. Okay, we're done firing over there. We're going to move on to this side of the table, where the only thing I really have... Well, I guess I have that squad to fire as well. We're going to do the Terminators. I kind of wish the +1 to hit for Terminators trait was the generic Death Guard one, not a specific company one. That's okay. That's the company I'm going to play later on when I do the Terminator list. Try it out. That's going to be a more for fun list. So let's go with everything. Well, all the melted guns into this Keeper of Secrets, even though it has a 4-up invulnerable save. I could shoot a Shalaxi, but I'm hoping I have enough going on over here. Hoping. So we're going to have these guys, everything, into this Keeper of Secrets to see what I can do. Gotta do something about him. 3 melted guns. Yikes. Inaccuracy is painful. And we do wound. He's got a 4-up invuln though, because of the greater demon upgrade. Does it matter?
No.
No. 6. Light launcher. Both hit. And 5s to wound. Rerolling anyone. Double wound. Nice.
Oh.
Good AP, so 4-up invuln. Oh! The upgrade mattered. Because if you didn't have that upgrade, that would have been... Oh, it's just 2 damage. We're going to have these guys here go ahead and take all their shots at these Demonettes, I think.
What do they do to you?
Gotta get rid of the nonsense over here. Gotta shoot them and charge him, I think. I'm just gonna ignore this Keeper until I have the tools, I think, to deal with him. And by tools, I mean something. I don't know, anything. So all of their shots are rapid firing into them and then the 2 Blight Launchers. I'll do the Blight Launchers first, though. Ooh, you know what? Something tells me a Blight Launcher is a blast weapon, and people are making fun of me right now. Wait, no, it doesn't matter. No, of course they're not blast weapons. It's only 2 shots. It's like it shoots like 2 crack grenades, or 2 cracked light grenades. Hitting on 3s. The Demon Prince will let me reroll 1s if they were there. And 2s to wound with the Plague Weapon trait. Rerolling the 1. 3 wounding hits at demon saves. I killed 2 Demonettes from that unit. Boop. And then 6 bolt gun shots on 3s. Reroll the 2 1s. A little bit of health there. And then 3s to wound. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay, my shooting's kind of crap this game. My shooting is not doing anything at all.
What are you talking about? What have you done to that unit?
I feel like it's not enough though. You know, I want more. I guess I did a lot to them. I guess my shooting against the big guys isn't doing much. The melted guns kind of hurt. That gave me the bad feels. After those shots, we're onto the charge phase. We are going to go ahead and declare a charge with these Plague Marines into that Fiend on the objective number 6. No Overwatch, I assume?
I don't have any. No.
Wow.
Oh no, Luka.
Double 1. That's a command point reroll. 6. Okay. Because that was such a poor charge, I have to go in a weird line in this direction to try and deny the heroic intervention on this Keeper of Secrets. I'll show you where it all ends up if I can make it work. I'm missing out on all my attacks. If I rolled 1 more inch, I think that would have been helpful, but they are more than 3 inches away from the Keeper of Secrets. But because I have to keep coherency tight because of my unit size, none of these 4 are going to be able to attack. Because those guys were little... Well, they were able to make it. That's all. Those are the important ones, but still. The Demon Prince, on the other hand, is going to declare a charge against the Demonettes, methinks. Aha! I'm going to roll a 10. I hope I don't roll any more double 1 charges, if you know what I mean. Oh, the wings of pain. There we go. I kind of want to get right on in there, so I'm going to try and put them. Yikes. And then we're going to have these Plague Marines declare a charge against a Shalaxi. 4 should be good enough. You know what? Let's see if we can't get that Psyker in there too. If I roll high enough. 6, that's a fail. I didn't really make room for him, but I wasn't super concerned about him getting in, though I probably should have been. And then we have the Terminators. This is a charge I really no longer want to do, now that I think about it. I'm going to roll it. Sweet destiny. Taunting me so.
Interesting.
Sorry, that was obviously the declared target there. I think it's a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyways, because why not? It's all for the LOLs. Let's see what could happen. Let's see what crazy dice we can get going on in this game. I guess if I made that charge, I wouldn't have had to worry about their coherency too much. So, oh well. Not coherency, but they're outside of the heroic intervention range. Now, I'm not going to be able to get any support on this, I don't think. Anyways, that's it for my charges. You get to heroically intervene.
Yep, I will heroically intervene. Boop,
Yeah,
right
I
here.
could do nothing about that. Now we're in the start of the fight phase. Are you going to warp surge again? You have last 2 command
My
points.
last 2. I don't want Shalaxi to go down.
So these guys can hit hard enough to kill her.
Yeah. So you know what? I'll get 1 command point on my next turn. Oh, Luka, this put me in a tough spot. You know what? I'm gonna spend it and hope that Slaanesh graces me with her presence.
So Shalaxi's going to warp surge.
She's gonna warp surge. She's gonna take that sweet warp drugs.
All right, so up to a 4-up invuln on Shalaxi. She's -1 to hit, -1 to wound, and 4-up invuln. I think I've got to go for Shalaxi first. So we're going to fight first over here, and we're going to spend a command point on, because she's got -1 to wound because of her cloak or her robes, something like that. I'm going to do Veterans of the Long War. So they get they're essentially +2 wound right now, but in the end +1 after everything is said and done. So we're going to pile in this way. We didn't quite touch base, but we're going to go ahead and do that now. We're going to make sure that that guy's within 3. We don't want to pull him. We're going to get all of these guys in a swinging. Let's do this. Let's start with the exciting ones, the Great Plague Flails. I'm going to start with the Great Plague Cleavers. They have 2 attacks because of Hateful Assaults. -1 to hit on the Cleaver, but Shalaxi is also -1 to hit, so in the end just -1. I'm happy with that change in this one instance. Not happy with it when it's against my Death Guard and I can't do the +2 to wound combo with the Blades of Putrefaction anymore. Hitting on 4s with the Cleavers. Ooh, that's a good start. They all hit. These wound on 3s. Okay, so I think they actually wound on 2s. Let me consider. Their strength 10, or their strength 8, so they wound on 3s. You're -1, so 4s, and then I'm +2 to wound. So yeah, 2s to wound. And if I roll 6, and I reroll 1s, and any 6 to wound is a mortal wound in addition to its normal damage. So that's 3 wounding hits, no mortal wounds, and 4-up invulnerable saves.
Whew, 4 up.
It's only 3. It's only 3.
Oh, it's 3.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Oh, okay.
No command points.
Yeah, 1 goes through.
So that could have saved you. 2? Okay, do I re-roll a command point? I'm going to see what would have happened. This is not a... You know what? I'm not going to do that yet. 2 damage. That brings you down to 6. I'm going to command point re-roll that. 3. Okay. So it's only 3 damage so far, and you have a 6 up to ignore the damage.
Yep.
Might as well... you have to roll
3,
of them, yeah.
No.
So it's 3 damage. She's down to 5. Had you not warp surged, she might have been hurt even more. Well, obviously. We have 3 attacks with a Power Fist on the champion on 4s. Reroll the 1 for the Demon Prince within 6. They all hit, and these wound on 2s because of strength 8. It's not a plague weapon, but this is a mortal wound in addition to the normal damage. So 2 4-up invulnerable saves.
What? Oh, okay.
Make 1 fail 1. So it's going to be D3 damage. So 2 damage plus the mortal wound. So 3 more saves. She takes 2.
2.
I think she's down.
She is down to 3 wounds remaining.
And I have a few knife attacks. Hitting on 4s because Shalaxi's -1 to hit.
Come on, Luka.
Reroll for the Demon Prince. Oh man, if you, well, I guess it wouldn't matter if you're Imperium or not because -1 to hit, but that's a great roll.
You monster.
With the +1 to wound, I wound on 4s, rerolling 1s. 6s are good here. Okay, well, I do a mortal wound, and you have to do 5 demon saves. Oh, that's a super good roll. So that's 3 damage. Well, it's 3 damage in the end because of the mortal wound.
Right. She only has 3, so I need to at least show a 6 here. Come on.
Nice.
2!
Only 1 damage.
Only 1.
I'm actually kicking myself in the butt for not trying to deny that psychic power earlier. I was thinking there was bigger things, and I can't believe I let that get through because she would have been dead by now.
She has 2 wounds remaining. Warp Surge was worth it.
100%. 1,000%. I made the misplay of letting that psychic power get through. I think it stopped 4 damage, and she would have died by now. That's huge for you. Okay, well, you get to do the next pick because you're Slaanesh.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with my Keeper Secrets. Try to eliminate
These Plague Marines?
the Plague Marines.
Alrighty.
So we have 6 attacks with the Wisp Stealer's Sword, hitting on 2s.
Yeah, I haven't quite bracketed this one.
And then I'm going to be +2 strength, so looking for 2s to wound. I imagine.
I'm T5, so you're
Oh,
3 to wound.
T5!
Yeah.
All right, 3s to wound.
Not that it mattered.
Oh, it's bad.
-3?
Actually, I think I do get to reroll 1s to wound for Keeper Secrets.
That might be, you said Shellaxi could do that. I don't know if that's like a
Oh
Shellaxi
yes,
thing.
delicate precision. I get to reroll ones to wound.
Nice.
Nice,
there you go.
there it
Perfect.
is.
Well, what a world of difference that makes.
-3 AP.
So 6 up save. We actually saved 2 of those. So
These do 3 damage apiece.
I'm gonna fast die roll this one. It's 2 dead, and I have to make 2 more on this guy. No, it's 3 dead. So you kill 3 of them. I'll keep the champion, I guess, because why not? Got the power fist, and I don't think the flails would be so nice to have. Oh well, I'm gonna keep the champion. Yeah.
And then 4 attacks with their claws. They hit.
And strength.
Strength 6.
Okay, so 3s, yeah. We're rolling any 1s. Got the 1 to reroll. AP 3 is this?
AP 3.
AP 3. All right. So I gotta make 3 6-ups. Well, I make 1. How much damage?
3 each.
Fast die rolling. Oh. So he's dead. All right.
Yeah.
Didn't matter who I chose to keep.
And because I have the Sinistrous Hand, it does happen at the end of the phase, but may as well just do it right now. I can regrow D3 lost wounds.
Because you killed something.
Yeah, because I killed something that's not a vehicle. So she regrows 3 wounds.
Up to 14. Not bad. Almost at full health. And then I get to pick something to fight with. I'm going to pick to fight with these Terminators to try and do some damage to maybe, just maybe, bracket this Keeper of Secrets. Get on in there, boys. I'll start with the Flail, because that's the most exciting. We have 3d3 attacks because of Hateful Assault. It's going to be 6 attacks, so 5, 6. And these are hitting on 4s because of the negative 1 to hit Keepers. We have 3 misses, so it's average. And then 5s to wound. 1 wounding hit. It's all pretty average.
4 up invul. Make it.
Yeah, you're good. Hitting on 4s. And 5s to wound. We roll the 1. We have 1 wound, 1 wounding hit. Yeah, these guys are meant to kill giant monsters. 1 damage.
1 damage.
1 damage. 15 wounds left. And then Vito gets to do a pick. He's got Shellaxi, Fiend, or Demonettes.
You know what? Let's go with the Fiend.
Fiend it is. And the reason we're going back and forth on the picks is because Slaanesh always gets to fight first. So when there's charges involved, they get to go back and forth. Starting with the active player.
So we have 4 attacks of the Fiend with its dissecting claws, hitting on 3s. Not the greatest. And we are going to be at strength 4 to toughness 5.
Yes, sir.
Looking for 5s to wound.
We have 1 wounding hit. AP.
AP -1.
We are going to fail our save. How much damage that bad boy?
2 damage.
And we are going to not save a Plague Marine's life. We're going to lose a Plague Marine. I don't really want to lose a Blight Launcher. Can I keep Yes, I can keep coherency because my unit's going to get teenier, I think. I'm going to have to lose a Blight Launcher because of where I had to consolidate towards. Feels bad.
Then I have 1 attack with my Vicious Barbed Tail. We hit, and then looking for a 5 to wound. We do not.
Is that it for the Fiend?
That's it for the Fiend.
We'll go with the Demon Prince next into the Demonettes. Hitting on 2s. Reroll the 1. And then these wound on 2s. 2 fails. That's going to be 6 wounding hits on Demonettes.
5 up.
I kill 4 Demonettes. 4 Demonettes go down. Then I'll just, since it wasn't, bam, there we go. And we'll keep, make sure I'm engaging range of that one too.
Since we're doing this fight, may as well do the Demonettes now.
I assume you don't want to pile in? Do you want more attacks that could backfire and hit you back with the separating plate?
Yeah, the separating plate is pretty brutal, isn't it?
It's good against Demonettes, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could always, I could always roll a 1 and get more Demonettes back.
It's true, very well.
And I do have reinforcements coming in.
So you want to go all in?
I'm gonna go all in.
17 attacks after the Demonettes pile in.
17 attacks, hitting on 3s. And looking for 6s to wound.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that bad. It's
Just 1.
And I make my save. So on a 4-up, you take a mortal wound. You don't. Oh, you're fine. So nothing happens. Now, these guys did also charge, so they're going to go ahead and swing. Now, this one guy can pile in to attack. The rest are kind of a little bit closer in this direction. So I'm going to have to go as I pile in. Going to get closer. Going to get closer. There we go. Just to maintain that 6-man unit of coherence. You have to be coherent of 2 models each. And they should all be good. So we're going to only be able to attack with these 4 models. We'll start with the flails, though. I have 2d3 attacks with the flail into him. Not bad. It's going to be 5, 7 attacks. 3s to hit because there's no negative to hit modifiers on him. That is going to be a reroll for the Demon Prince within range. Now that would have been great if I was fighting Imperium. That'd be nuts if I was fighting Imperium right there with the flail. These wound on 3s. That many wounds. 7 wounds. -2 doesn't matter though. We got demon saves.
5 up.
Oh
wow.
Yikes. Okay, so only 4 damage. Never mind, he's only got 4 wounds, so he goes down. Yeah. I guess he's kind of like a chaos spawn-ish. And then for consolidation, let's just tighten this up and get closer to this Keeper's Secrets, I suppose. Ending like that. Now the Keeper's going to attack my Blight Lords.
6 stacks, hitting on 2s.
Ford.
Ooh, very nice.
I guess I forgot my Demon Prince's -1 hit. Not that it mattered, he didn't take any damage.
Yeah. And then looking for 3s to wound.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
4 of invulnerable save on my Terminators. Not making a single.
Oh, no.
It's kind of one of those games, guys. Is that 3 damage each?
3 damage each.
Okay, so I got to do these one at a time. So there's 5 failed saves, so it's going to remember that. First Terminator is dead. Second Terminator is dead. Third Terminator is dead. Fourth Terminator is dead. And fifth Terminator, dead. Got him. That was perfect. Very nice job. Nice. Rip. That's what I get for charging. I knew I shouldn't have. Let's be real. I know I shouldn't have charged in, but why not, right? That's why.
And then with our Sinister's Hand, we auto heal for full wounds.
And that, folks, is salt in the wound. Oh no! So the whole point of that, realistically, the whole point of that was to tie him up, so he couldn't charge them, because mathematically, that was not going to happen. But it unfortunately did happen, and this is where things start to cascade downhill fast. You get to retaliate. You get to do Shalaxi's. I think Shalaxi's the last thing to attack this fight.
She is, yeah.
Bring it on! Now I've hurt her quite a bit. She's got, I think, 2 wounds left.
Yeah.
Would have felt a little bit better if I killed her, but had I even killed Shalaxi, I'm still in a really bad position on the rest of the table.
Now she only has 4 attacks with her spear though, so hitting on 2s.
They all hit.
Okay. And then she's ×2 strength, so looking for 2s to wound.
Rerolling 1s if she needs it. 1 reroll. And these are AP 4 or 3?
These are going to be at AP -4.
Well, that, my friend, is no save. So how much damage is that?
D6 each.
Oh, roll it up. You just do them all in one go.
All one go?
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Ooh, that's good. I'm just going to do the 4. So that's a dead guy. And then I'll do a 6. That's a dead... Ooh, that is still a dead guy. A 6. That's a dead guy, even though they're really trying. Kind of. 6. That does kill 4 so far, and there's still more attacks to go.
Yeah. Now we have 2 attacks with our claw. We hit. Strength 6. We
reroll that one. Yep.
Oh, okay. This one's actually going to be at AP -4.
So that's no save then against that one. And that's 2 damage?
That one is going to be 3 damage. They're all 3 damage.
Okay, so that's another fail one. And then what's this one?
The other one is AP -3.
Oh, okay. Save. Nope. Another 3 damage save. Close, but not quite. So another 2 die, which was, I think it was 4. Yeah, it was 4.
So
and 2.
6 in total.
So 6 are dead. So I'm going to have the champion left. Huzzah. It was an ambitious play, boys. It was an ambitious play. And after that, that will conclude the fight phase. We're going to go right onto the morale, where I'm just going to start with that guy there. He could still run away.
It's true, yeah.
Shalaxi wants to be freed up to go hunt down my Demon Prince. Has the whip to do that, or just simply failing a morale check.
Because even though the whip is assault, it can still fire within an inch.
Yeah. It's got like a weird... I think they wrote that kind of rule before they started saying, treat this weapon as if it's a pistol if you're engaged with an enemy. Anyways, morale. I lost 6 guys. That's an 8. He's actually sticking around. He is leadership 8, unless you lower my leadership.
I don't know.
No? Okay. So apparently 10 of them died this turn.
I am leadership 10 though, because I am your keeper, so I'm auto running. But I could roll a 1.
Could roll a 1. Very important. That's a 5.
5.
All right.
So 1 does run.
1's going to run, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 left. I think maybe 10 didn't die, but that's okay because you still rolled a 5. Even if it was a couple less. I think I only killed 7 or 6.
No, you kill. I mean, keep track.
That makes more sense.
8 died.
It was, but they still run, so 1's going to run, and then I counted 16, right?
Yes.
Oh, man, if I killed 2 more.
Yeah.
If I killed 2 more, I could have made the under half strength.
1s and 2s.
Yeah, so rolling 16 dice now, and every 1 is another demonette running away.
Oh, boy.
That's going to be
Just 1?
Nice.
Well, all right.
Very good. All right, and that is it for...
Oh, no, this squad over here, the one that was in combat.
I think they lost 4.
They lost 4, yeah.
But their leadership 10. But you can bring them back. You got to roll it in case you bring them back. No. So that's an 8. They're not running. And that...
But hold on, there's one more, Luka.
Oh, these guys!
I lost 2 there.
I forgot. On a 1, they could come back. No, that's...
No.
That's right. Actually, they have pretty crap leadership. They could have actually
leadership
run.
7,
Yeah. Now that's it. Locked in. Done. Now for scoring, I do get engaged on all fronts because I have 3 table quarters. That's 2 points for that. And for grind them down purposes, I didn't kill anything again. Oh no, that's not true. I killed the fiend.
So going into my turn 2, I'll get a command point for just showing up. Nice.
Nice.
And if we look at the board, I have 1, 2, and 3, so I'll get 10 points, but I don't have more than Luka, because he also has 1, 2, and 3. So just 10 victory points, which is nice.
Not bad. Kind of keeps the game sort of tied, but I'm taking a hammer in here, folks. So we start over here.
So yeah, start my movement phase. Because I can, I'll just go ahead and advance the Keeper, getting a 4, so she's going to be flying.
Whoo! Yeah,
Right to
that's
here.
again. That's the one that moves 16 inches plus 1 to run and charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's flying. But I do need to start making some room because I want this Keeper to end up here.
Right, attacking over the pipe.
So what I need to do is advance this unit of Demonette. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
And they get plus 1 to that.
So 4 inches. So they're going to go 11 again, and I'm going to be sending them that way.
It's cleanup crew time.
So bam, 11 inches. We're going to go in that neat little corridor. Also going to advance my Herald because she wants to join her lady friends. Yeah, that's enough for her to end up right there. And then I don't really need to advance, but hey, Slaanesh
why
is
not?
fun. 1 inch, hey, look at us go. So we're just gonna end up right there. So we're gonna come to my back lines now that Luka doesn't have any deep strike stuff.
Yeah.
We're just gonna advance this unit. 1 inch, hey, these guys. We're just gonna go ahead and
Come on up over
secure.
here. Now I've got to say, I've probably never had my Terminators perform so bad in one game before. They're about to give people perspective, they're about the same cost as a Keeper of Secrets in this game, in this vacuum. That imagine a Keeper of Secrets showed up, charged, and died. And that's essentially
That'd be awesome. Oh, I'd be so upset.
that's literally what just happened.
Right?
But I mean, I feel like the dice have been okay so far, and then once that happened, I'm like, oh, here we go. This is how you go downhill fast. The start of it all.
We're just gonna start surrounding the objectives and kind of protecting it.
Yes. And again, I did it because I needed a 4-up invul, and I figured I could have tied him up for a couple turns while doing a little bit of, I never expected to kill him, but I expected to tie him up and do a little bit of damage while I work on Shalaxi, and then eventually work on him. That was my plan.
Now with this one, we want to go ahead and secure that objective. Now the idea behind that is we're going to advance and we are going to be near
A hero.
to then charge, but I think this guy's going to be able to do it. So we're just going to start slowly coming over here and then just kind of holding that objective.
Right, you just want to make sure he has a little bit of help.
Oh, 6 inches, plus 1, 7, so 14-inch
14-inch move, they're right over the pipes, no
Yeah,
problem.
right on over.
Heck, they could go up and over like 3 sets of pipes and be like, hey, we're still here.
Yeah.
What's up?
So we're just going to go ahead, stay an inch away. And this Keeper, he's not even going to advance. He's actually just going to walk. Hey, buddies.
The fact that you didn't advance with the Keeper of Secrets, now you're going to start losing, my man.
Oh, you know what? I can't believe you just said that.
There we go. Advance an extra 3 inches. Bam, done. So we're in the psychic phase now. Vito's paranoid about the perils of the warp on Shalaxi.
Do you know how devastating that would be for me? That'd be the worst.
I would like to see her go down. It'd make me feel a little bit better about
You know what,
this
Luka?
game.
No, because I have big plans. Big plans.
Big plans. All right, so what's the plan then, big plan man?
So I could either smite this guy to death,
That
which would
should-
be great,
Relatively easy.
or I could shoot with
the
my whip.
Yep.
And then I charge into his back.
Yeah, you just poke me with the spear in the back.
But then what would be hilarious is if my spear and all my close combat attacks don't work.
Right, or what's more embarrassing, say I make my saves and the separating plate kills Shalaxi Hellbane.
Right? Isn't that be the worst?
I'd feel a little justified. Die.
That'd be the worst.
I'm excited to see what happens in this turn. I don't expect it's going to go so well for me, but I think some interesting stuff's going to happen.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cast... Ooh.
There's so many options.
Because, okay, I could cast Smite,
Right.
and then I guess the closest target.
It's one of those two over there.
It's one of these two, right?
Right.
But she could also cast Hysterical Frenzy on Shalaxi to make Shalaxi fight as if it's in the close combat phase.
So that's what that power does, eh?
Yeah.
What a interesting power that is.
Right? And then Shalaxi is all like, hey guys, I'm free. Like she's not wearing any underwear.
I think we got a lot of options to really mess up this one Plague Champion. I don't think he's long for this world.
No.
But the question is, how do you want to go about doing it?
Right? Yeah. So you know what? We're gonna try it. Why not? she's going to go ahead and cast Hysterical Frenzy on Shalaxi. It does go off on an 8, though.
Right.
It's a big brain power.
Best part is, I can't even stop it.
Why? Why did I do that?
I can't even stop
okay, I
it.
can spend a command point through
Wait,
reroll,
it was
right?
her casting it, right?
Oh, she is casting. You know what?
yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Die.
you're fine, you're
Die.
fine. Yeah.
Evil. Die, witch. I don't care.
I can't even stop that.
I don't care.
So-
I pulled a...
Did you put your back?
I pulled the muscle right here.
Vito, you're not even standing. D3 mortal wounds.
D3.
What?
One.
Not bad.
Whatever.
Not bad at all.
Okay, she deserves it.
She's got like, what, 3 wounds left?
Yeah, something like that. Who
Something like
cares?
that. All right, Shalaxi gets to do her full spectrum of attacks.
Yes.
I'm assuming?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Whew. I should pull the model. But let's see where this goes.
4 attacks with the Soul Piercer on 2s.
Sure, okay. Good enough.
Right. 2s to wound.
That's 3 wounding hits at
It's all
D4.
-4.
And D6 damage each. Why don't you go ahead and roll that up for me there? I could totally make this. 1? I'll do the 1 first. Oh, he's dead. It says it gets to fight as if it were the fight phase, so consolidating is part of fighting. Not that you need it.
I don't need to, so you know, I'm just going to kind of turn around.
Just turn for dramatic effect.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yikes. I wonder if Gara Gulgugor is even aware.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, I'm going to shoot this guy too then.
Yeah, that's fair. Get him.
Okay, Shalaxi, she's going to put Delightful Agonies on herself. Goes off on a 5.
Oh, that's a big roll. I'm still going to try and stop that, though, because that one did grief me pretty bad last time. 11. No.
Okay, 6 up to ignore damage.
Now,
Tight.
now is it safe to smite?
Now it is safe to smite.
Smite. That is,
6.
I'll try and stop that, because that is hitting my Demon Prince. Why not? No, I don't.
No.
So that's D3 mortal wounds hitting my Demon Prince. Is that 1?
1.
I have a 5 up to ignore that because Revoltingly Resilient does not work against that, but I take a damage, I'm down to 7.
We're going to go on to my fast Keeper of Secrets. She's going to put the Symphony of Pain on herself.
Is this the -1?
Yeah, it's the -1.
I have no way to really stop it. Actually, I'm out of denies already. So -1 to hit this Keeper of Secrets.
And then Smite.
Smite! No, yes!
Yeah.
That's D3 mortal wounds against this big boy. 1. Resilience? No resilience. Back down to 4. I just healed that wound, my man.
That Keeper, I've cast all the other spells that everyone else knows, so... Smite!
Haha! No!
Oh, okay, she's done.
Smite hard. Oh, we have this one last Keeper of Secrets over there.
We do. You know what? We'll just do Smite!
Okay. No, I think. We did 1, 2, 3 smites.
3 smites.
So we need an 8.
An 8, yes, that
Okay.
one failed. So what she or he will do is Cacophonic Choir.
This is the roll off.
Yeah, this
kind
one goes off on a 6.
And that is an A-okay. I have no way to stop it. So
So I roll 2d6, and I have to beat your leadership.
for everyone over my leadership, I take a mortal wound. That's 1 mortal wound on me because I'm leadership 8 in that unit. You have to beat the highest leadership in the unit. And I'm going to ignore that with resilience.
Nice. Going into the shooting phase, because hey, I have one of those now.
Yeah.
Shalaxi, she's going to fire into your caster.
Okay. Is that just automatic 6 hits?
No, it's an assault weapon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But hitting on 2s. Bam.
What gets bracketed with Shalaxi? I'm curious. Is it movement?
It's movement and the
the
amount of
spear?
attacks that she gets.
It's only the 2 things, eh? Well,
Yeah.
probably damage on the claws too, I think.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
And looking for, I think this is strength 6 actually.
IBT5. I think it is strength 6 minus 1, 2 damage.
It is strength 6, yes.
Kind of sounds familiar. 3 is to wound. And 4. With AP2, I have a 5 up save. I make 2. Fail 2 is at 4 damage.
4 damage.
Resilience! We got 2 wounds left. 2 wounds remain.
All right, time for some big moves here. Charge phase, Demonettes.
Yep.
They'll declare charge into your Playcaster.
I have no Overwatch anywhere, so go ahead and roll them all up.
They do get +1
That's a
for this
7.
charge.
And that should be good.
Yeah.
That's how their charge works out. Who's up next?
Shalaxi, right into the back of your Demon Prince.
Oh, bring it on. Looks good to me. Bam, bam.
Keeper of Secrets. Oh, yep.
Oh, wait, that's definitely good.
Bam, Demonettes.
So you get +1 to this. Oh, yep, that's an 11.
That's gonna,
Nothing too fancy, just getting them on in there.
yep. Then we're gonna go onto this side where this Keeper of Secrets over here will charge into
My Defiler.
the Defiler.
Yep, so using the defense line rules for the pipes, all Vito has to do is just touch the pipes. Boop, and then we're eligible to fight each other. I can't hold steady because I'm not infantry with him, so just regular fight, but able to attack each other.
And then the large Keeper Secrets, she's going to charge that Defiler. She does get +1, doesn't need it though. And then, bam.
Vito wants to go for the main event.
Oh yeah, with Slaanesh, you always go for dessert first. So we are going to go Shalaxi against Gore.
Please, Gara Gul Gulgor.
Right, sorry, I need the bouncing ball.
There's 3 commas. There's like 3 apostrophes in there.
4 attacks with Soul Piercer, hitting on 2s.
Now, do you get any fancy rules against characters?
I do. So if I roll a 6 to wound, instead of it being d6, it's just flat 6 damage.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, so that's is that 3 hits? Yep.
And then looking for, I'm actually 2s to wound because I'm times 2 strength. Yeah.
I'm only T6 on this guy. Ooh, there's a 6.
Oh, and I get to reroll ones.
Yep. All right, so it's very important I do that save first.
Yeah, because that's going to be 6 damage.
Okay, so this is a 5-up invulnerable save. Oh, I don't make that, so we're just going to put that 6 damage off to the side there, and then I have 2 more saves against those. Just going to go ahead and fail those as well. I think we see the theme of the game so far.
So these two are going to be d6,
yeah.
2d6 damage.
+6. So we have 7, 12 damage.
12
All right.
damage.
Oh, we have Revoltingly Resilient, so I have a 4-up to ignore damage. Come on, work. So that's 3, 4, 5. So far we're still, oh no, 6. I have 1 wound left. That's average, I like that. I mean, the saves would have been nice to make 1, but you know what, that's fine.
And then we have our 2 Snapping Claws.
These things are a little crippled.
Okay,
but
they both got
hit.
you there, and then it's strength 6.
So 4s.
4s to wound.
Oh, Shalaxi's a little shy. I got.
Do I want to spend a command point there?
You have 1 command point. How much damage? This only does 1 damage, eh?
It does 3 damage.
What? Does that not get bracketed though?
It does not. The amount of attacks that I get.
Oh, it's only got 2 attacks now.
So you know what? I'm going to spend my last command point because I got to get you.
Oh, someone wants this Demon Prince.
Oh, no!
Womp, womp, womp. I mean, that's not to say the Demonettes can't finish them off, right? Piling in the Demonettes, oddly enough. Funny enough, I forgot Miasma. I'm like, I guess my mind's out of the game. I'm not remembering the Miasma on this guy. I want him to kill Shalaxi. And you know what? We're going to just keep going because he's still alive. Doesn't really matter. Let's see if these Demonettes can take him out, though. They've just piled in. They're hitting him on 4s. We're going to remember that. That's going to be 23 attacks into the Demon Prince. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 6s.
All right, here we go. Hitting on 4s.
Because of the Miasma. And if anyone's curious, 1 Soul Piercer would have missed. I'm just hoping that as long as I survive this, it's a-okay.
Ooh, 6s to wound. Just
got the 1, eh?
That's AP -4.
It's AP 1, right?
It's AP -4.
Oh, because it's a 6 to wound.
Because the 6.
Ooh, so that's a failed save. And? Oh! Okay, well, he does die to that, unfortunately. Probably would have had a few more wounds because the Soul Piercer failed, but that's a-okay. I'm not going to bother pulling him out right now because he's stuck in a bunch of models. We'll come back to this in this. I'll do a cleanup of that in the end. Garagulgor does go down. That's going to bring us to this fight that was just nearby, and the big Keeper of Secrets is going to try and cut down some Plague Wound Marines. He's going to be hitting on 2s with his sword. 1, 2 misses.
Two
all right.
misses there.
And this is strength 8, so 3s. We rolled no 1s, 2 wounds. Huh. Make 1 fail 1, that's 3 damage.
3 damage.
That kills 1 Plague Marine. And we're just gonna kill you.
And then 4 of our claw attacks on 2s. Ooh, and then looking for 3s to wound. Oh, you do get to
Real the
roll
ones, yeah. 2.
Okay. And he's
6 ups, AP 3. Fail all those, 3 damage each. So that's 3 dead Marines. Go ahead and come over here to pull them. 1, 2. I don't want to lose my little proxy flail. 2. And honestly, the champion, because screw that guy. Keep the flails. Demonettes now. Bam.
17 attacks on 3s. And looking for 5s to wound.
Yeah. And 6s are AP 3 or 4?
AP 4.
So no save against that, and then 1 wound at AP 1, which I will fail. So that's 2 damage. Resilience stops neither of them. Rip them, I suppose. They're out of here.
We're going to slowly make our way this way, so we're going to fight into the Playcaster. 16 attacks on 3s.
There should be 17 attacks. Oh, wait, no, there's no champion.
was
That's
not
right,
there,
the champion's not there.
These are going to be at strength 4, though.
So still 5s, though.
Yeah.
He's a thicker boy. That's 2 at -4.
Yeah.
3 saves at -1. That's going to be 2 passes and 1 fail. And then that just goes right through my armor. So I have 3 disguise. I need to make 2 of these. You got him. Playcaster down. Got him.
We're going to go with this keeper next into the Defiler.
Okay, bring it on. Let's see if these guys have any staying power.
All right, 6 attacks with the Wisteer Sword, hitting on 2s. Take that
miss.
1 out. This is going to be strength 8 against toughness
7.
7, so 3s to wound.
Reroll any ones? No.
No.
4 wounds. Plague Clot Furnace, I believe it's called. 4 up invuln. Well, it didn't show up, but I did make 2 of them, so that's still the average. That's 6 damage.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can be resilient against this. Somewhat. I do take 5 damage, though, so far.
And then we have 4 attacks with the claws, hitting on 2s. They all hit, strength 6, so looking for 5s to wound. Only getting 1 at AP minus 3.
Minus 1. All right. 4 up. Fail that one, too.
Another 3 damage.
Oh, 5. I take another 3, and that's 8 damage. He's still alive. He's got 4 wounds left, though. I still got 4 wounds left over there, but let's see if this one with 4 wounds can survive this Keeper's Secrets. Not likely.
So I'm going to have an extra 2 attacks because of the relic.
Yeah.
So hitting on 2s. I missed twice. Okay.
Misses.
Okay. And then looking for 3s to wound.
Yes.
Again. Re-rolling the 1s.
That's a lot of 2s, jeez.
There you go.
3 wounding hits, and we make... Oh, we actually do make one of the furnace saves. There it is. And that's 6 damage, eh? Well, bam. Oh, there's some resilience. Hey, nice. I only take 2. I got 2 wounds left, and we have to deal with the clackers.
And here come the claws.
2s. Nice.
Okay, and 5s.
5s now, yeah. Oh, very nice. 2 wounds. Okay. 4 up invulns. Make 1, fail 1, and 3 damage. Do I survive this? You got him. All right. I have no command points. Do I explode? I do not. So you do cut him down. Kind of just. Consolidating. Getting that model away from the edge of the table, which is a very precarious spot for that model.
Yes, Luka it is.
After that consolidate, that's it for the combats. I do get to retaliate with this dude, though. One of these 2 is -1 to hit, and I think it's that one. So I'm going to attack that one. It's already wounded, too, so why not? 4 attacks with the Defiler Claws in this bracket on 5s because of their -1 to hit, and the sword also hit me, so it's technically -2 to hit. I do get to reroll the 1. 3 hits. These guys are performing, like, even though they have only hitting on 5s, they're doing pretty well. And we have 2 wounding hits because they're strength 16. So 2 demon saves. Dang it.
Next one.
3 damage, I did it. I actually got one through. Got him down to 11, and then I always have 3 attacks with the Scourge, which will hit once, and bam. Not wound, it's only strength 8. And then that is it for there. That will bring us to morale as well, which there is none. I still have to pull the Demon Prince, he's dead. Or Glor is dead. You definitely have engage on all fronts. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 table quarters for 3 points there, and you stopped my grind them down for sure, because I killed nothing, unfortunately. So doing a calculation of the score, counting the things like bring it down and all that, as of right now, even though they don't count those towards the end, the score is 32 for Vito and the Daemons of Slaanesh against my 14, I believe. Wow. That's counting the cut the head off. Even though the -1 to hit probably would have kept him alive because the Demonettes only did 1 damage to him. The 1 missed Soul Cleaver attack could have kept that Demon Prince alive, and I probably could have killed Shalaxi back, but that wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game whatsoever. Pretty good game. I'm going to concede there. I think we're going to throw in the towel there because I don't have a whole lot left. Even if, like I said, even if I killed Shalaxi Shalaxi Hellbane, I'm losing over here, and I am now losing over here because of that Keeper's Secret. There's a few things in this game that didn't go in my favor. The major one being the Blightlord Terminator showing up, shooting a couple Melta shots, and then the Greater Demon upgrade keeping it, well, not keeping it alive, but really preventing a lot of that damage. I think I only rolled like 3 to 6 damage on that? I can't quite remember what I rolled for the Melta shots. That's inconsequential, but it's like the equivalent of one of your main, it was the main part of my unit showing up, actually kind of making the charge. Now, granted, they're not meant to kill, big things like that, but they could do some damage. It fell over and died, and then that allowed him to run rampant over there and kind of secure that flank for Vito's forces again. Mm-hmm. I guess what I want to say is I would love to do this matchup again. This is an overwhelming victory for the Daemons of Slaanesh, but I think I'm definitely not going to claim bad dice too much. But looking at some of the outcome, my army's durability, I don't think it properly showed. Because if you can see the keepers attacking the defilers here with contaminated monstrosity, the average, not assuming the relic, the average damage a keeper does to these guys is 4 to 6. And now Shalaxi's is a little bit higher, but Shalaxi went in and did like 10 damage.
She spiked.
Yeah, she did 12 damage. I lost, this guy over here took, I think it was like 10 or 12 damage. This guy took a few, this guy's was more properly represented, I think. Or the one over here, because I think the second round of combat, she went in and only did 4, and that was with the relic. And the Defilers, even though they're only hitting on 5s, the Lord, in this case, the Lord Discordant wouldn't have mattered. Not that I could bring one Death Guard, but Lord Discordant is an excellent addition for Defilers. Because of all the negative ones to hit, would have just counteracted the Lord Discordant's ability. Because of the swords also applying -1 to hit to me after they do damage, because they always get to go first. I was hitting well and I was wounding well, but Vito's also making his demon saves on his big guys. Not all the time, but more often than came up. In fact, out of all the attacks and all the hits and all the wounds, I only got 1 through. I think, no, I got 2 through. But this one healed it up, I think.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, and then this one also healed a little bit too.
And then this one healed as well.
Yeah, healed the full, yeah. Like the 2 damage I did.
Right.
I just don't think the rolls were all that well for my I feel like my offensive capabilities were fine, but the defense definitely wasn't there. And then sometimes that happens. I'm not even upset with the outcome. That was a good game. I would 100% play that again. If anyone has any pointers for what to do with this list, or maybe the next Death Guard list you want me to check out, I'm more than happy to try it. I didn't mind the Defilers. I kind of liked them. I would have liked to have all 3 near the furnace, but because of the layout, I couldn't quite afford that. I can't have all of my points on one side. I do have to have some over there. And I figured, well, so what? That guy doesn't get a 4-up invuln. It's not the worst thing in the world. And he lived, so it didn't really hurt him all that much. Actually, no, Shalaxi's damage was kind of a lot more average on him because he didn't have that 4-up invulnerable save. The score was Vito over twice the amount of points I had. And yeah, what's your insight in the game? What'd you like? What was your favorite parts?
I mean,
or is it just kind of like a standard Slaanesh game for you?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I'm surprised how much of my stuff is on the board. Because when I'm playing Slaanesh, not all the keepers are dead, or at least one of them is alive.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised how much of my stuff is still on the board. I didn't realize how aggressive. I mean, obviously Slaanesh is pretty aggressive, but how this is the first time I've ever fielded 4 keepers.
I guess, yeah, you typically have demon princes.
2, 3.
Yeah.
So maybe some demon princes. But yeah, this is a pretty good list.
I like it.
I think it works really well with 9th.
I agree, because it's got a lot of durability, surprisingly. Not so much that their saves are good, but they're -1 to hit to wound. They're all -1 to hit, just as a built-in rule. It's very good to have. They get to reroll their own rolls. I think like the Keeper of Secrets are so juiced up with stats. Well, they're pretty pricey. They are, you said like 265?
It's like 240.
Okay, 240?
Yeah.
Like, we're talking 16 wounds on a Keeper of Secrets, -1 to hit, -1 to wound on Shalaxi, rerolling on the wound rolls. Now, there's no rerolling on the hit rolls, but if you had like a Demon Prince or something nearby,
well, then they'd be like so strong.
That'd be hitting on 2s, rolling 1s. Do they get a strength bonus being near here, or is that only Demon
They
Heads?
would.
Ooh, so that's something to consider as well. That's really good.
Yeah, it's like if I had, like if we're playing maybe 2,000 points, maybe I take a couple more Heralds, or maybe even some Demon Princes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess you would have had the 150 points to play with. You could have rejigged the list a little bit to have one Demon Prince in it, or like you said, a couple more Heralds.
Yeah.
I think that would be the ideal addition. Do you have room for the extra HQ though in a battalion? How many HQs do you have here?
In a battalion?
You had 3 in the battalion.
3, yeah.
You would have
maxed out.
You would have had to spend more command points to bring, because I think you can only bring 2 in a patrol. So you're capped out on your HQs here.
And that's the thing with Slaanesh, is that you need HQs.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
The HQs are the strength of the army.
Yeah, well, the Keeper of Secrets are real nuts. Like they're very powerful. Being able to include the 4th one through the named character is a boon for sure, and that's an incredibly good named character as well. The -1 to wound is a nice addition. I was I think I needed to charge in to tie it up. I think that was a good call. It's just there's a prime example. I fail all 4-up invulnerable saves, and then I just die to his damage. That never happens with Blightlord Terminators. They usually have staying power. That's what you're paying for when you bring them in your list. They tie things up and then slowly grind it down. In this case, I made the cool 12-inch charge and then died immediately. Right. And that happens. I was also kicking myself in the butt for not denying the Delightful Agonies. In my head, I'm thinking a 6-up to ignore damage isn't that big of a deal, but it made a world of difference for Shalaxi there. Because she would, well, in the end, it wouldn't have actually altered the course of the game too much. I would have had just my Demon Prince probably tied up with Demonettes for the rest of the game. This would have all still happened. That would have all still happened. So in the end, it didn't really change the outcome of the game too much. I just would have killed one of your Keeper of Secrets.
It would have been interesting to see if I went first.
Oh, that would have been brutal for me.
Like, I'm absolutely sure that Keeper would have gotten into a Rhino or one of the Defilers.
Right.
But I don't know if like some of the keepers on this side would have been able to get in there.
Right. I think.
Like I because you got a little bit closer, I was able to get into the majority of your army turn 1.
I did. Yeah. I did consider going second. The only reason I went first is because I wanted to get a few preliminary shots off. It didn't really matter that much. I know having you go first, you would have rushed up. I could have disembarked, shot, and then, because I could have just fallen back with the Defiler. Or had you charged the Rhino, you would have killed it. And I would have my Plague Marines there, which I probably would have been able to avoid the combat, but maybe not. You pile in, I fight back, and then I fall back with them, I shoot. Maybe I could have taken out a keeper in that case. I think going second for me would have been a better option, but I was also concerned about the fact that I took engage on all fronts for some reason. Knowing that I'm playing against Slaanesh, I should not have taken that. That was, the secondaries were a misplay on my end. They were definitely were. I'm having a hard time adjusting to them, the new secondary objectives for Eternal War. I don't know why.
I'm struggling a little bit with them as well, but I find with Slaanesh, like not a lot of people are taking, the Slay the Warlord equivalent, right?
Right, yeah.
But I find with Slaanesh, because I have that speed, I can get it.
You can get it early on.
It's not really worth a ton of points.
Right. Well, it depends on what you're like. If you're fighting Tau and that guy, or Astro Militarum, and that guy's going to be like 3 layers of infantry back. You probably don't want to take it there.
Maybe not worth it.
But against like Space Marines or against Chaos, where their warlords tend to be leading from the front a little bit more. Not in all cases, but in most cases, that's not a bad take at all. Especially with Slaanesh, when you can literally get there or apply pressure on turn 1, and even getting turn 1 charges in some cases.
Yeah.
In actually probably a lot of cases.
Well, especially with that one, now that has +2 movement, +1 to charge. I mean,
this one here.
I think I rolled a 6 on that one, so it flew. Maybe it was actually one of these ones.
Yeah. Well, assuming you roll a 1 on your advance, and we're 24 inches apart, you're still moving 18 inches, so you're still 6 inches away from my line. So unless I deploy further back, it's only a 5-inch charge if you roll a 1 on your advance. Like, that's wild, because you get +1 to both. Now, even without that upgrade, these Keeper of Secrets move 14 plus an advance and they can charge. So even on average, they move 17.5 inches, and they're going to be like 7.5 away from my line. So it's about a 7-inch charge for them to get into combat. So the Keeper of Secrets can typically get a turn 1 charge in most cases.
Yep.
Sometimes that doesn't happen, but...
And even with the shorter distances now on the board, I think Slaanesh has gotten a little bit of
yeah. It's the smaller table. It's harder to hide from the Daemons of Slaanesh, because if this is Dawn of War, like my deployment zone would have been somewhere around there, and I can't hide in this like back 2 inches, right? So I'm stuck more up there, which is a boon for them. Slaanesh is a weird take on the current edition of the game. I think they're going to, everyone here at the studio thinks they're going to perform well, and obviously, as you can see here, I don't think I brought a pushover of a list. But I might not have been the most efficient, because I do like to bring stuff that I like to bring, which is typically not good stuff. It's just my favorite stuff.
Right.
Anyways, folks, I would love to do this matchup again. I would love any insight down below in the comments. Let us know what you thought of it, and what's your opinion on Slaanesh. I think they're going to be performing quite well, though I guess that has yet to be seen until the tournaments start coming out. One thing is for certain, Space Marines will be at the top, but we're going to care about what's underneath them. What will come out after the dust settles, once we already know Space Marines are in the top 8 place. Like, everyone's going to be playing Space Marines, but who are the creative ones going to be playing is what I should say.
Right.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you next time. And as always,
happy wargaming.
Happy wargaming. Thanks for checking out that video, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Do not forget that attached to it, we have a 2,000-point game of Grey Knights going up against the Daemons of Slaanesh. I'll be playing the Grey Knights, whereas Vito will be commanding the Daemons of Slaanesh. Now, can this one Chaos Demon faction hold up against one of the hardest counters in the game? Tune in to find out. Click that link down below if you're not a Vault member to get yourself a 7-day free trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault. Vault members are what helps sustain MiniWarGaming and keep us going and allow us to record brand new Warhammer 40k 9th edition content for your viewing pleasures. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and happy wargaming.